Phil Jackson, the voice you're going to hear next to me today. Phil, you have done, I'm going to say, 28 competitions so far since June 1st. Is that right?
Not since June 1st, but...
Since January 1st, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. Here we go. Look at White, Hurts, taking a look, has an oncoming section off the top, gets caught. She's just trying to get her feet in the box.
Yeah, so she's been around Campfire quite some time, 21 years of young ripping age, 2019 junior shortboard longboard champ at the Wahine Classic, a legendary event, all females, been going for well over 20 years, and we got all sorts of stuff to talk about today, Phil. Again, Phil is a longtime veteran of the loving of surf and also commentary. What are some of the highlights of your season thus far?
We've had a lot of waves, a lot of weather. East Coast to the west, with non-stop surf, and just get to hang out with all the family. That's the highlight of every year, and get to meet some new people. Just get to meet some new people, and get to see some old faces like you.
Yeah, this is key right here. That's what you're focusing on. It's a nice White getting after. Let's talk surfing. Here is Kelly Hurts, her second, third ride. She's finding her rhythm, staying on the board. Waxes sticking her feet. Nice job.
Yeah, so it's 70,000 open up that 4-point ride. And then there's going to be another score dropping here from Callie Hurts. Going to be the best one she's got so far, the third wave. We're going to stand by for that. There it is, a 3-point ride for Callie Hurts. So Blue does have priority. 17 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Foul zone with that 4-point ride. Callie Hurts also a 4-point heat total. She's got a 3 and a 1. So it's a even game right now.
Yeah. So the way this is going to map out, whoever wins this one is going to go into heat number 1 of the round of 48. That's going to be with Maddie Stanton and Coral Schuster. Second place will go with Zoe Panettiere and Brindley Beckman. So you always want to win your heat. I mean, that's just the objective, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, even though it's a 2-person heat, both of them move on, but you're still trying to win, get into the next round, and go from there. We are going to go through rounds 1, 2, and 3 today. 24 heats if my math is correct.
That's good math. It's good math. We have 3 defending champs, 2 from this coast. Kara Pinkerton won it last year. Alyssa Spencer won it a few years back. Eden Walla won the Oceanside event last year. And exciting times to see. We had Canadian Sanoa Dempha-Olin, who's runner-up last year. No Carolyn Marks, no Carissa Moore. They're busy doing other things, but a lot of new talent in the mix. And the beautiful thing about this, based on what happened yesterday with Rising Tides, there's a bunch of young, we call them whippersnappers, hungry Broms, wanting to be in this event. It'll take some time for you to get there, but as time, that famous acronym, this I must earn, all in time, you, young ladies, will get out there and earn your right to maybe win a Supergirl cape.
I'll tell you what, surfing's in good hands with the female contingency coming up. A lot of amateur surf contests on the east, west coast, Caribbean now. The Caribbean's getting involved. Hawaii, there's so many young girls that are just frothing, and they're absolutely ripping. So we're going to see some really good surfing coming up in the next few years from these girls. They're putting the time in. They're traveling. The OG sponsors, the parents, are really putting their feet to the pavement and making it happen for these young girls.
Yeah. Talked to a few of the parents on both coasts, and they say it sure is nice to be able to travel with your kids and teach them the ways of the world and deal with financial and economic realities. You know, that's something that you can teach. You know, there's certain things in life that are inherent and innate, but the financial side of things, to see how this works, it's valuable, because money ain't growing on trees unless you're working in Northern California at a marijuana, which is legal in California, marijuana farm.
Yeah.
That's money growing on trees.
Yeah, the Rip Factory up there in Northern California. So that's the only money growing on trees. But yeah, the parents work really hard. A lot of remote jobs I see traveling. We might see a set, speaking of. Been a little quiet. Blue does have priority. White was second priority. Like I said, both these girls are moving on, but they want to get that top spot. Here goes Callie Hurts, paddling hard, gets in on her backhand, has an oncoming section. Oh, throws a ton of spray out the back, and then she'll kind of kick out-ish.
So From my notes, North Carolina's own Callie Hertz. This is an older note on here, but you can't take it away from her. Level 7 junior Olympic gymnast, oldest of 5 children. And her first competition was the Wahine Classic some years ago. Now at 21, old enough to vote and enjoy an adult beverage, but also to learn how smaller waves work and how contestable waves work.
Yeah, Callie has been on the scene for a long time here on the East Coast, and you mentioned the Wahine Classic. She's won that several times, and she's got a brother that rips too, Gus Hertz.
Yeah, typically if you're a
couple brothers,
if you got 5 kids, like Caroline Marks always says, I got abused and taught in school by my brothers, and that's what made me who I am.
Callie, your last 2.65 puts you to the lead. Sophie Falzone down to second with a single wave score of a 4, looking for a 1.65. She does hold down the top priority spot with 13 minutes and 20 remaining.
Well, Sophie, at 26 years young, born back in '99, she's up and riding, getting after it right now.
Oh,
making
wow.
it come together. Nice job, Sophie.
Good
Yeah.
combo for Sophie.
That's going to work for sure. This is her 5th appearance at this Supergirl Pro. Her best finish back in 22 was a 49th position. Started the QS qualifying series back in 2014, so she's got some skills and some experience.
And she has surfing in her blood, too. Dad Chris Falzone and Algorithm Surfboards, and they're doing great things. And so, Sophie, you see that combo right there, 4.50 for that last effort. So a 4 and a 4.50 puts her in the lead. Callie now chasing a 5.5. She does have priority. Blue is second priority. 12:30 to go. So they're just trying to get that top spot and move on to the next round and get their seating. Again, as we talked about earlier, we are going through round 1, 2, and 3. 20-minute heats today. 24 heats. Be done around 4 o'clock. Just enough time for you and I to get out there for a free surfy.
That's right. I'm going to push you into a wave.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Well, this again is the 5th edition of the Jacksonville event and Jacksonville Beach event for the Supergirl Pro. Sun rising on the other side of the country. It's been 19 years of events for the Supergirl Pro. Started in 07. Next year will be the 20th anniversary, 20 in a row. Even during COVID, there was a team event that Rick Bratman from ASA Entertainment and all the sponsors were able to pull off and piece together. So it's been continuous. It's been spectacular. There's been young gals like Alyssa Spencer. We tell the story because Alyssa was one of those gals who shows up at the beach, got an autograph from Coco Ho. Fast forward 10 years, she beats Coco Ho in the semifinals and made it to the finals. And that's just what that's what the inertia of this event will do for you. So young girls out there, when you see one of your idols come out of the water, ask them for an autograph. That's the beautiful thing of this is everyone's amenable. Everyone's just nice and kind, and they understand where they were, where they are, and hopefully where they're going.
Yeah, surfing's one of those unique sports where you can get up close
Yeah.
and personal with your idols and the girls you look up to, and that's why we love surfing so much. Is you can go out for a free surf and you'll just see, top level professionals out there hanging out. They talk to you. You can get an autograph. You can get a picture.
Yeah.
And then you can maybe beat them in a heat a couple years later.
Who's the most interesting person you've been out in a lineup with that you didn't expect to be out there with you? Interesting, not famous, but interesting.
Interesting.
Think about that for a bit, and even for you folks at home that are watching, welcome on the webcast. We're about 10 minutes into a 20-minute heat for the Supergirl Pro Jacksonville edition, presented by Jersey Mike Subs, and we're gonna get some of those, I think, later on today. Thank you, Jersey Mike's, for believing in the tradition of surf. Jersey Mike's has been around since how long? 1956.
That long?
That's like right around the year you were born, right?
That's a lot of sandwiches. A lot of sandwiches.
Phil can back away a couple.
Definitely
for his family, and a picnic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what do we got? What do we
Jersey
got?
Mike's definitely sponsors a lot of events, so I eat a lot of Jersey Mike subs on the road.
It's good.
So 9 minutes, 45 seconds to go again. We got Sophie Falzone in the blue jersey, right out front, local girl, 4.5 and a 4 in the lead. Callie Hertz chasing that 5.50. And the glare
Is there?
has showed up.
Is that Kendall catching the ball right there? Is that you, Kendall? Yeah? Oh, I got you nervous. You dropped that one.
Come
Redo.
on.
Redo, Kendall. Nice.
I need to get on their workout program, honestly.
Or a workout program.
I need a workout program and a coach. So
Let's talk about our judges. We got a litany of them over there. They've got pens and pencils and abacuses and computers and tablets. They have over 100 years of experience making sure they know what they're doing in order to get the scores put down. We'll talk about them all day long.
That's just Gordo.
Good family affair out here.
So 8:40, Jacksonville Beach delivering. Saw the surf forecast and saw some clips yesterday of the rising tides. Girls were getting some sick waves and making the best out of these smaller conditions. We saw last year we ended with some fireworks, some big overhead peaks coming in, couple 10-point rides, some excellent scores. So we're going to see the same thing here this week as well. And not only surfing, we're going to get into that in a little bit. We have a lot of things happening, but right now Sophie Falzone out front on her forehand. Jams the first turn, going to look for another rebate on the inside. She clicks it off the white water, but kind of gets hung a little bit. She's going to get back out there trying to replace that 4-point ride. We'll see where it comes in, see what the old judges say.
Yeah, speed, power, flow. That's the judging criteria we'll talk about. Let's take a look at going northbound on towards the pier. Getting a little something to work with is Callie. Looking to improve upon that 2.65 and milks it for all it's worth. Nice job, Callie.
A lot of young girls in the draw. I saw, just going through Zoe Caina, Charlie Gallo, Ansley West, just to name a few. Just the young up-and-comers in these contests. That's the other beautiful thing about surfing is you can enter these contests, these pro contests, at a young age and get your feet wet. It's all about experience, and the more you surf, the better you get. It's weird. I mean, I've been surfing for 36 years, and
there's been improvement?
Okay, I got a question. If they go back to back like pretty quick like that, for me on 2, do you want me to stick with?
All right, so priority is with blue. Second priority is with white. 7 minutes 50. Yeah, 30 plus years of surfing, and I'm actually probably surfing the best I've ever surfed in my life.
And I can't say I watched you 30 years ago, but thanks to the internet. All right, we are going to be giving you updated scores when we have them. Stand by. Just do what you're doing. We have a small technical issue we are working through, so just stick to your games. We know that the time is at just under 6 minutes, just around 6 minutes, so stand by.
Yeah, sometimes computers just don't like to work well. You're dealing with interwebs and computers and things.
The first hour of the morning is a little tumultuous sometimes, but imagine back in the 80s when there was no computers. It was all pencils. It was all paper.
I do not want to go back to that. That's how I started, man. You'd have 3-4 books running around. If one thing changed in a heat, you had to change them all. Here goes white. Callie Harrod's going to hit the gas pedal. Let's see if she can get around it.
She got a little hung up to begin with there, and it didn't work out for her, so that will not improve upon her score. Next up is Kendall Dimmick, Kenzie Tilley, and Lainey Rodriguez.
So that heat's going to matter. Top 2 move on.
And then on deck, Auburn Hilly, Peyton Lennox, Kate Pierce.
So we are at 5 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Blue has priority. White second priority.
Five minutes remaining. Sophie with a 4.5 and a 4.0. Callie with a 3.0 and a 2.65. Again, top 2 move on. This is the top 2.
Shout out to Jacksonville Beach Ocean Rescue. Thanks for all you guys do. Staple in the community, saving lives, helping people out on a daily basis.
Yeah, the people you never really want to have to meet in the water.
Look at this, E.
Wrapping around, finding, she didn't see what you wanted to see. So Callie will step aside.
We do see a little shift in the sandbar as well. I was watching the lower tide. It was breaking out the back, and now this morning it's all inside and moved off of the pier a bit. But there is plenty of surf, and we're going to have, you know, those 3- and 4-person heats coming up. And there's still going to be plenty of surf. They're going to be pretty choosy on their waves with the priority. Priority is going to come into play major today.
Yes.
With these conditions. We're going to see some paddle battles, hopefully.
Battle.
We need to stick a buoy out there and just go old school around the buoy.
Yeah, that's
Like
good recall.
Sonny Garcia,
Good
those
recall.
guys, like
Yep.
just super gnarly paddle battles. I think we need to bring a comp back where the buoy's priority.
Yeah, the paddle battle challenge.
3:30.
All right, we got one more. For you folks watching online, we're just working on the adjustment of some technical stuff, but we're at 3:20 for the ladies in the water. Lots of music, lots of other activities. We'll be breaking down what's happening all over the beach and at the Festival Village shortly. It's any indication of how well and how fun Oceanside was back in mid-September here at Jacksonville, post daylight savings time. It's going to be a great afternoon into a great evening of festivities and activities. What do you see? What do you see? Any updates?
We got some surfers paddling first and foremost. No takers, and the computers are back, and nothing has changed. Sophie Falzone still out front with a 4.5 and a 4. Callie Hertz in that second position with a 3 and a 2.65, looking for that 5.5. 2 minutes, 35 seconds to go. Blue with priority, white second priority. Hey, Gordo. Paddle out time next to the pier. Yeah. All right, 1 minute paddle out for the next heat, but you need to be over by the pier. Let's just call it at the middle red flag at least on the beach. That way we're well out of the way. 1 minute paddle out, give you plenty of time to get in there and get over into position. 2 minutes remaining. Look at the girls posing for a photo.
Yeah, I'm liking the gumption and the tenacity of the guy in the yellow right there. Yeah, you, buddy.
Oh, he's fired up. Look at him.
He is. He's got the knee brace on. He's doing his little skip through the neighborhood. Get some exercise. My first day here, I always run the beach to see how well the oxygen, the high red blood cell count works from the mountains to the beach. You can run here. I can run here for a half an hour and not get winded. It's phenomenal.
Really?
Well, from the mountains to the sea level, it's a piece of cake. White surfing, getting after it. What do you have for us, Callie?
Oh, whoop. On their backhand. Let's see. She couldn't come down with it. I get winded running up the steps, whether I'm at the beach or the mountains.
That's why they put you on the ground floor of most hotel rooms, right?
Exactly. 1 minute, 10 seconds.
God bless you. Okay, Sophie says, I got something left in the tank.
Oh,
yes, I
how's
do.
The wedge. Looking to throw away that 4-point rod. She saw that little wedge come in and took full advantage of it. We are under a minute now.
Jump over that one. It's a duck under. Again, Dimmick, Tilly, Rodriguez, the next three in the water.
"35 seconds, ladies. Next heat, hold your positions. 30 seconds.
Dolphins out the back. All right, we've seen buzzer beaters through the year.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard after this last one for Sophie coming in. There it is, a 4.90. She betters next heat. You can go ahead and get to position. 10 seconds to go here. And the opening heat of the event is coming to a close here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is the end of the heat. I'm not sure about the horn. There it is, the old vocal horn from Uncle E. Sorry about that.
I had to download the app.
All right, everybody at home watching, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be right back.
As an official sponsor of the NFL, Jersey Mike's wants you, Eli Manning, to be our new spokesperson.
I'm in. I love Jersey Mike's. Hold on. Jersey Mike's new spokesperson? You're stealing my job.
I don't want to steal anything.
Lies. Lies.
I just love these subs.
You'll be hearing from my lawyer. He's very prompt.
Jersey Mike's, a sub of...
Hey, that's my line. A sub above.
Spending time with the ones you love is priceless. That's why we make grocery shopping effortless. With Kroger Delivery, fresh, quality groceries are just a few taps away. Order on the app and get $25 off your first 2 orders. We will keep your groceries fresh in our refrigerated trucks and deliver to your door so you can keep doing whatever you love. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Making time with that wave, that's Kenzie Tilley. Nice job, Kenzie. Welcome back to Webcast World. Florida Blue, your health solutions partner. Thank you for the support and the love. Much appreciation, Florida Blue. As well, we're putting our heads on pillows each evening right behind us here in Spring Hill Suites, your home away from home in Jacksonville Beach. I'm on the second floor. I can walk out, get a coffee. I can do a workout. Thank you, Spring Hill Suites, for your fantastic place. And we are back at it. First wave caught by Surfer in Blue. That was Kenzie Tilley, and Kenzie's on her second wave right now. That's live action for you folks watching on the World Wide Web and for you folks on the beach. It's Kenzie Tilley. She's knocked off 2. In the red, it's Kendall Dimmick. In the blue, it's Kenzie Tilley and Alani Rodriguez. In the white, Alani, all 15 years young. Kenzie, 18, and the 13-year-old Kendall Dimmick, local gal, in her second Jacksonville Supergirl Surf Pro.
Yes, the last of Kenzie, 2.40. So she's getting started quickly. Nice, so 17:30 to go. 3 surfers out here. Kenzie's going to chip into another one. All right, I'll take it if you don't want it. Just building that house. So again, Kenzie Tilley, a 2.4 and a 1.75. Already has 2 scores on the board. Looks like the next score won't factor into your score line, Kenzie. And this is round 1, heat 2 in the water now, and then we're going to have round 1, heat 3 up next. Crazy how that works. Auburn Hilly, Peyton Lennox, Kate Pierce. Here at the 5th running of the Supergirl Surf Pro presented by Jersey Mike's. Now looks like it's going to be red. Kendall Dimmick taking off on her forehand. Floats the boat, gets the clean finish. And then now white. Alani Rodriguez on her forehand as well. So all 3 surfers getting into the mix here. Blue has priority. And now it's going to be a paddle battle for that second priority position. But as of now, Kenzie Tilley holding down that top spot.
Yeah, well, Kendall Dimmick showed up here at 12 last year, just eked in at the youngest age you can participate in this event. And she also, last year, took a runner-up in her division at the Sisters of the Sea, a great event locally put on here for the last 20-plus years. It promotes love, friendship, and sportsmanship, and, of course, Stoke.
Oh, yes, nothing but Stoke. That's a killer event right here in Jacksonville. Jacksonville was a home of a bunch of amazing events. And look at this wave here, split peak, red and white, but blue has the higher priority. So there's a split peak there. One of the better waves we've saw this morning.
Yeah, everybody got a little bit of that one.
We'll see how that shakes out. And speaking of killer events here in Jacksonville, last weekend saw the inaugural Thompson Brothers Surf Classic. And from what I saw from social media, that was an amazing event, and hope they keep it going. And shout out to Jason Moats. Coach Moats. I know he's around here somewhere sitting in his chair watching some surfing, coaching.
I think Moats won another title at an event this year. I think it was his 74th win in that event, right?
Pretty much.
And I mean that in the most complimentary way. Moats, where are you? You know he's out in the mix.
Oh, there we go. Everybody at home watching the replay of Red. All right, so coming in from the top, priority interference, white on blue. So therefore, blue will drop into that second priority spot. So white on the third priority, and red has first priority. So unfortunately there for white, blue had the higher priority. She took off, and she interfered with her line. So therefore, there is that priority interference. And a priority interference is they deduct one whole wave.
Yep, that's the reality of the situation. That's interference. But plenty of time on the clock left to regain it. Just put that one aside, learn from it, and move on.
Yeah, so we saw Kendall got started with two waves, 2.25 for her opener, 3.25 for Kendall's second wave. She is currently in the lead. Kenzie Tilley in the second spot with a 2.4 and a 1.75, looking for a 3.11 to take over the top spot. Here goes Kendall on her backhand. One turn and gets a second. So Kendall staying busy, trying to improve on that 2.25.
And Kenzie Tilley in the blue had a couple of decent results in Virginia Beach at the ECSC and Outer Banks at 33rd and 41st, respectively. Won the Aqua East Grom Fest back in October here at Jax Beach. So this is her home neck of the woods, Ponte Vedra Beach, just south of here. Spent a little time on a boat yesterday down that way with a friend. The steering went out on the boat about 15 miles out. That wasn't good. They fixed it, and we made it back.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Glad you're here.
You know the acronym for a boat, right?
Yeah.
Yep, bring on another 1,000. That's it.
You know what the best boat to have is?
Well, the day you buy it, the day you sell it.
A friend's
boat.
boat.
Friend's boat, yes, thank you. That was yesterday.
A friend's boat. Speaking of Kenzie Tilley, I got to enjoy a Virginia Beach wave pool session with her.
Oh, come on.
Back in August. And
what'd she teach you?
A lot. I definitely lost the heat there. But it was fun. It's always good to mix it up with the Groms, especially the wave pool in Virginia Beach. And there's one coming to Jax.
Oh, that's good. They're going to be everywhere. Here goes the blue of Kenzie. Hop, hop, hop. Is it going to be anything on the inside for a little left on the score line? And she makes it for all's worth. Give her a round of applause.
Yeah, Kenzie Tilley making the best out of that wave. Look at all the photographers,
I love it. Yeah, big lenses out, some 300s, some 400s. Lainey Rodriguez, 15. She's our third competitor here. Had the interference, but she's got smiles for miles. That's what I've nicknamed her. All 15 years young. She's got Puro Surf is one of her sponsors and training grounds. Let's talk about red right now, though. Here's Kendall Dimmick just after it, and whoop, duck out. But
yeah, Miss Rodriguez comes with a great family, too. I see them at a lot of the events, and they're always in good spirits, smiling.
Yes.
Oh, I got a coffee delivery.
There it comes. Yeah, big smiles on the Rodriguez family. Just talked to Dad on the morning walk up, and he's saying it's important to be kind to people, both on the way up and the way down, no matter where you are in life or in the day. You know, a smile goes a long way. So if you see someone today put a smile on your face, you may just put a smile on your face, on their face.
Every time I see you, you put a smile on my face.
Just trying to keep the FU in fun, brother. That's what it's all about.
Oh, and it's only heat, too.
It's only heat, too, yeah. Long weekend. Well, it was a 3-day event the last 4 years. We have removed one of the days, which based on yesterday's, and we did not do it because yesterday's waves were not there. It was decided by the WSL that this is going to become a 2,000 instead of a 3 or a 4,000. and it went from 100-plus gals to 64. So we're starting on Saturday, finishing on a Sunday. And regardless, there's going to be a champion that's going to walk away with a red cape. In the history of the Supergirl Pro, we have not had back-to-back champions, either on this coast or the West Coast. Coco Ho has the most victories with 3. It was not quite the sizable event back then as it is now. And as both Kira Pinkerton and Leilani McGonigal, the last 2 defending champs from here and most recently Oceanside, that was Leilani back in September, they'll tell you that there is a luck of the draw and then the unluck of the draw, or unluck of the timing of the ocean. And I remember watching Kira and Leilani through the years, looking over their shoulders and watching younger gals rip apart the waves, and they're just like, the timing wasn't there for me today. And that's just how, as you well know, Phil, and you very avid, learned veterans of watching surf, you're at the mercy of the ocean.
You are at the mercy of the ocean, and that's one of the advices that I give to the kids is stay patient. And sometimes you'll lose a heat sitting there, you know, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, some of the best exercise you can do is your patience, right?
That's absolutely correct, E.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Red here. Speaking of patience, these girls are staying patient. Kendall Dimmick, your current heat leader, looking to throw away that 3.25. Let's see what the judges say. Then we'll give you a full update. White has priority. Blue with the second priority. 8 minutes, 45 seconds to go. Everybody at home, thank you so much for tuning in. Not only do we have a surf contest, we have concerts. We have skate, right? DJ.
Beach volleyball.
Beach volleyball, Vendor Village.
Yeah, if you haven't been over to the Vendor Village by the Seashell Auditorium, it is packed with things to do. You can literally bring a bag with you, fill it up, and you've got your stocking stuffers for the holiday season, or turkey stuffing. You know, fill your turkey full of stuff that's not like stuffing, and really make a wow statement for your Thanksgiving.
Speaking of wow, there it goes. 4-point ride for Kendall Dimmick on her last. She does improve. That improves her lead. A 4-point ride backs it up with a 3.90. Blue, Kenzie Tilley's in that second spot, but here we go. Elaine Rodriguez up and riding on her forehand, battling interference, but that's not going to stop her here. Look at this speed, power, flow, check, check, check. Stand by for that score, then we'll give you the full update. 7:45 to go. Blue with priority, Red second priority.
You know what was neat about that is the Puro Surf. She was doing some training, and maybe still does, with Marcelo from Puro Surf. And if you watched, I like to watch all the social media stuff that these kids put out there. And here's a look on the replay. That is putting the training to use. There was a technique there she was using on a surfboard with her arms up and moving through with the skateboard on through a little bit of a bowl situation.
Right.
And she's putting that dryland training to use out in the water. That's the proper use of learning how your trainer says this is going to help you out in the water.
And it did.
Yeah.
She's got a decent score coming in. We're going to get one more score to drop, and then we will have the update for you. There it is, 3.25 last of White. So Red's out front with a 4 and a 3.9. Blues in that second position, a 2.85 and a 2.4, looking for a 5.05 to take the lead. And White's in that third spot, battling that interference, so she'll have a single wave score of a 3.25, looking for a 5.25. So not out of the question just yet. So she only needs a 5.25. Even with the interference, she could get a good one and then move into second or even first. 6 minutes, 20 to go. First priority is with Blue, second Red, third White.
We oftentimes sound repetitive because we work for the Department of the Redundancy Department. It's important for us to let them, being the athletes, know what is going on, because sometimes they may be focused or underwater or a wave crashing down on their head. So we can't reiterate enough what's going on. Here goes Rodriguez, attempting to catch it. No such luck.
All right, 5:50. The beach is starting to get packed.
Auburn Hilly, Peyton Lennox, and Kate Purse next up.
That's going to be a good heat.
All going to be good. All of them.
Oh, we got a little music now.
Insert
Let's
the beats.
go.
Look at that.
Oh, it's a vibe now, Jacksonville Beach. Let's go. Saturday morning, 80 degrees outside, beautiful waves, beautiful people, beautiful surfing, and now we have the music. Let's get this party fired up.
Yeah, everyone up and dance. Everyone up and dance. That's the only song we could afford for this event.
That's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Put some more money in the jukebox, and we'll play another song. And we are approaching, here we go, at 5-minute mark here. 5 minutes.
Talk about budget cuts.
Ooh, Dave Porch, that's a great flag turn, sir. That was smooth.
Between Oceanside and Jacksonville, Dave has done 17 push-ups. Yeah, 17. Oh, look at this.
Ooh.
Getting busy with it. Kendall, skiing, surfing beyond her years. Where's my mind at? On the slopes.
You're ready for the slopes. That was a good one for Kendall. Let's see where it comes in. Your current heat leader looking to throw away that 3.90. And how is this A-frame peak right here? Jacksonville's turning on. Nice double up. We got the water photographer. And then everybody at home, we're going to see the replay for Red Kendall Dimmitt. There you go. Good first top turn, and keeps her speed, power, and flow through the inside section. All rail work, no downtime. And it could replace that 3.9, and it does. A 4.40 for Kendall. So that strengthens her lead. Kenzie Tilley in the blue in second, needing a 5.55. And Miss Rodriguez still looking for that 5.25 with 3 minutes, 50 seconds to go. First priority blue, second priority is with white. Here goes blue using her priority. What do we got, E?
I see some fine work. Good look down the line towards the pier and a little something left. Nothing there doing. But that's Kenzie Tilley looking to ditch the 2.4. She needs a 5.55 to overtake the lead. But again, top two move on. That is Kendall and Kenzie presently. So with 3:30 left, Rodriguez, you are in the needing category of 5.25. We start with the zeros, work our way to 10. 10, a perfect 10 across the boards was achieved last year by the champion. And have a look back right now for you folks at home. What do you see?
Yeah, that's going to be Kenzie Tilley currently holding down that second spot. You saw the replay, got a good first turn. Looking to throw away that 2.40. Early indication says that's going to happen. So if that happens, it's going to make it harder on Lonnie Rodriguez, but it's not out of the question. So until that score, her need hits a 10-point ride, a 10.01. She is not out of this thing. We got one more score coming in for blue. Yeah, it's going to throw away her 2.40 with 2 minutes, 35 seconds to go.
Yeah, so Rodriguez is going to play this as smart as she can. She's looking out there. She's got the priority, and she's going to do the waiting game.
All right, 2.80 for Kenzie. Now Rodriguez is looking for a 5.65. First priority white, second priority red, third priority blue. Tick-tock, tick-tock, as my boy Travis AJ would say. 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Shout out to the Evans family for the second coffee of the day. I'm probably going to hit 3 or 4 by the end of the day.
All right. You'd be crashing hard about 2.
That's all right. And you can just pick up my slack.
Get you another one.
You could pick up my slack at 2 just like you've done at 8.
Teamwork. All teamwork.
Oh, speaking of vendors, Play Salty is in the house. Salty. Shout out. Make sure you go get a pair of board shorts. Bucket hat. They got the best bucket hats. They got the best beach hats, and you're going to need it on this hot, sunny day here in Jacksonville Beach. So check them out. Can't wait for the concerts tonight, too. Oh, look at Blue, left-hander. This thing is lining up.
Kenzie.
All right, 1 minute, 10 seconds to go. Kendall Dimmitt, Kenzie Tilley right now in that 1 and 2 spot. And looks like it's going to be red. Oh, water photog. He's out of the way. He knows what he's doing. He's a seasoned vet. There goes 1.
Dimmitt.
Utah, give me 2 on the backhand. Oh, she's stoked. She done the two-handed claim into floppy dolphin. That was
nice. Okay, Rodriguez, under a minute, under 45, striding to get it. Just did not find the right place, right time. So that's a priority changer. Blue. White.
30 seconds. Oh, how's the score coming in for red? Judges like it. Speed, power, flow.
Yeah, we're going to take the high and the low, throw it out, average the other three, and it's going to be our unofficial highest score of the day thus far. Early time, of course.
There it is, 6.25, and we're going to close this one out with that in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Kendall Dimmick, Kenzie Tilley off to the next round. And everybody at home, we will be back in a few.
For a place, a people, an idea, for right and freedom, for liberty and justice for all. For every square inch between fruited plains and spacious skies. Marines fight to win. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
Greetings from Jacksonville, the flip side of Florida. Around here, you won't find theme parks. Our beaches are the big attraction. 22 miles of white sand and swell surf. And with 270 average days of sunshine annually, almost every day is a beach day. So grab your flip-flops, sunscreen, and swimsuit. On the flip side, anything is possible. Learn more at visitjacksonville.com.
Sunglasses on. Red, look at this. Auburn Hilly lighting it up again. 1-2 punch in the first 2 minutes. Welcome back, web viewers. We want to thank you all for tuning in. We're on heat number 3 of our round of 64. Thank you, Jersey Mike, since 1956, our presenting sponsor. Well, not since then, but most recently, thank you. And Revive Elevated Wellness. Fuel your body and mind with all natural elevated wellness. Rise stronger with SG Revive. That's for you folks at home. Those are our sponsors. You beautiful people here. You can learn more about them at our Festival Village. Look at this. Splitting the peak. Getting after white is going northbound. That is the likes of Kate Purse in the blue of Peyton Lennox. Both ladies making time on the waves. And as the judges do their thing, we welcome Lindsay Jacobellis to the announce booth. How art thou?
I'm absolutely terrific. Excited to be here in Jacksonville. Beats another Supergirl season. And I'm so excited to learn that we have another stop coming next year as we roll into our 20 years of Supergirl Spirit and Supergirl Surf Pro. And absolutely incredible. Here's the replay of Kate Pierce. That was her regular going front side, and Peyton Lennox went on her front side as well, going left.
We're going to
give some for those scores come in. Just waiting on those to drop. Still waiting on White's last ride. She really only needs a 2.51 to get into that advancing position. So feasible. Looks like it could improve her situation right now.
Well, let's set it up. Auburn Hilly, you got 2 waves out of the gates in the first 2 minutes. And a 5.25 for your first ride, a 6.75, highest score thus far today. Puts you way up there. So Auburn, again, 5.25 and a 6.75. Peyton Lennox, you are in that second spot. Surfer in blue at 3.5. And Kate, with your 2 waves, you have a 1 and a 2. Keep up that progression. Next thing you know, you'll be at a 10. And blue going after it. This is Peyton Lennox racing down the line towards a water photographer. A little something to work with, and then not so much to work with. Thanks to our water photographers. Thanks to our cameramen keeping it in focus. White was going for it, and Kate said, that's not going to work for me. 20 minutes are our heats today. We're going to get through a lot of surfing. We're going to go till 4 o'clock. Only a 2-day event instead of 3 this year. And as Lindsay just mentioned, our 20th anniversary is coming up. That's at the Oceanside event. This is our 5th year here. There's a 3rd event to be added, and we'll talk about that when we have more information. But that's the progression of this event, Lindsay.
I know it's absolutely incredible to be a part of this event and to see it grow and develop over the years. Every year it gets bigger and better. You know, we're just looking at the surfing aspect. This is just what's happening in the beach in front of us right now. But further down the beach, a little further south, we have flag football, we have soccer, we have lacrosse, all day happening. And then in the pavilion, we have the concerts and we have the Festival Village opening up a little bit later today as well. So there's so much happening within a nice walking distance of the beach. Grab a coffee, grab water, cruise down, and enjoy this beautiful day.
Yeah, and the voice you're hearing here for you folks live and on the beach is Lindsay Jacobellis, 2-time Olympic gold medalist. I met her, and she started announcing here before she earned 2 gold medals, before she was married, before she had a baby. Now she has 2 gold medals, a baby, and a husband. Let's talk about surfing right
Live
now.
action out in the water, White up and riding, getting a nice little runner, finishing off, wrapping things around, and keeping that control the entire ride. She had some speed right off the bat and able to get a maneuver, so she's looking to replace that 1. She needs a 2.16 to get into that advancing position. Let's look at the replay.
Yeah,
Quick pop-up, gets to her feet, quick little bottom turn, almost a little floater, and nice little wrap to get things started. That was a smaller wave, so you can't be super aggressive. You just have to be gentle and give that board some guidance so it can wrap around quickly without bogging that rail. And that could be really challenging when the waves tend to be a little smaller and not that same energy behind it. So let's see, the last ride of White, a 4.50, so that does move you into second. So priority is with Red. Red, you are in the lead with a 6.75 and a 5.25. In second, White with a 4.5 and a 2.0. You need a 7.50 to move into the lead. In third, Blue with a 3.5 and a 0.65. You need a 3.01 to move into the advancing position. 13 minutes, 30 seconds left in this heat. This is round 64, heat 3. Just getting things started. The intensity, energy already is just climbing as we see everyone just starting to gather on the beach, on the pier. It's such a great day. I actually took a stroll on the pier yesterday with my mother and my daughter, and we just really wanted to take in all the surroundings and get a great lay of the land and show my mom the town, and it was so much fun. It was a beautiful day yesterday. We had a blast.
Yeah, welcome. Ayla Jacobellis, middle name? Middle name for Ayla?
Ayla Sophia Jacobellis Klemsha.
Oh, that's a name right there, yeah. All of 3.5 months? 4? 4 months, yeah. So Lindsay's got a baby, got mom, or grandma of Ayla here watching from the Spring Hill Suites. Look at this. Something Red's going to take it and Blue's going to go for it.
Yeah, Red wanted to utilize her priority. It was really strategic and a nice defensive move. She took that opportunity away from White, who was sitting in second. So she wanted to take away that opportunity, so she did plan that well. She's looking to improve that 5.25. We'll see if that comes back into effect. White out the back, popping up.
Oh.
Fortunately, that wave just closed out. She tried to get out of it, but got taken over the falls. Let's look at Red's last ride.
Yeah, so this is Auburn Hilly, who took 9th place at the age of 12 here for her first mission in Jacksonville. So she's used to these type of waves. Hailing from New Smyrna, she knows how this works, and she spent some time here, so a little comfortable in local environs.
Absolutely. Getting up quickly to your feet and being able to get that speed up right away. Easier said than done. It's not a very easy feat to get onto your feet really quickly when the wave is this small and you don't have that energy right off the bat. So hello, everyone. We're here. Uncle E next to me. It's so exciting to be here.
I like the wide angle there. Our camera, Redbeard, our pirate cinematographer, is got the long lens shooting out there. That's Lindsay. I'm Uncle E. Hi, everybody. This is Jacksonville Beach. It is present time 8:51. Here's a wave being caught right now by Peyton Lennox, one of 2 Lennox sisters we'll see out here. Reese, her sister's in the mix as well. So obviously East Coast, an abundance of East Coast surfers working their way here from all the way up to the Carolinas, down to the South Florida, and a lot of West Coast. What we're not seeing at this event, and why it was shrunk down to a 2,000, the Hawaiians not needing to come here. They were not, I guess not invited, but it was not part of what they were going to be doing. Long haul from Hawaii, obviously. Oh.
It definitely is a long travel for a lot of athletes to be acquiring points, but the points are a necessary, what they need to be qualifying them for positioning in heats, but then also to help them move them up in the ranks, because obviously the goal is to get into the Challenger Series and then one day into the Championship Tour. So we are seeing this peak shift a little bit as this tide's coming up. Red having a look on her front side, getting a beautiful wrap back into that pocket, generating speed again, getting a little runner to the inside and kicking things loose, having a nice, strong finish, staying controlled. She wants to improve her 6. Her last ride was a 6.0, so she's just improving her lead. She's chipping away. Let's take a look at that replay.
Yeah, Auburn, the Thrillbilly Hilly. I like it.
You notice how she's paddling north, but then she catches and she's actually going south. So the energy was actually shifting a little bit more north, and it would help her catch the wave before she turned south and went frontside on that left. Was able to get so much speed and so much energy behind those movements. Very well read, that wave, and we'll see how that score comes in. Still waiting on scores for red and blue. 9 minutes, 15 seconds left in this heat.
Nice wide stance by Auburn Hilly, maximizing that wave, and she's going to be rewarded kindly. I think that's going to hover around where she was with her previous 2 waves. So very consistent for the red of Auburn Hilly. On deck, Tegan Meza, Charlie Gallo, Ainsley West, Lily Walker. For any newcomers being surfers, just know when your heat is coming up. We do not want you to miss something. Go get your jersey, or as Dave Stanfield called it, your singlet, and make sure you got it on. Make sure your timing is right. Get your stretching, talk to your coach or your parents, and know your game plan. This is, again, the 5th annual Jacksonville event. First time we've had 2 days instead of 3. Our defending champion, Kira Pinkerton, is in the mix. We'll see her later today. The champ from Oceanside, Miss Leilani McGonigal, from first Costa Rica winner of this event, is here as well. But let's talk blue. She eyeballs it, and that was just not enough for Peyton Lennox to continue on with. But just a great event. So many sponsors through the year have helped out. Military has been a backbone of this event. Marines, thank you very much. U.S. Air Force, we were not able to renew the contract for this year, but we know and we thank U.S. Air Force and all members of the military. As a matter of fact, as we approach the 9 o'clock hour, put your hands together for all members of the military, past, present, future, protecting our freedoms.
Red having a look, and she is up, getting speed right off the bat, getting that nice little floater, and she wraps it around using her head and her whole body to complete that maneuver. It was incredible to see how high she was able to stay on that wave, so then she just took off like a shot and able to get a lot of speed. So priority is with white. Last ride of red, still waiting to drop. 7 minutes, 20 seconds. Let's look at this last replay. A little wide angle so you could see the scope of the waves and how they're coming in. You're getting these little catcher mitt pockets.
That's a good description.
You know, kind of presenting. Red up and riding again, trying to get a little floater. She's got some great scores on the board, so now she's really just trying to see what she can get away with and see how she can ramp things up. Blue on the inside, able to get a nice little floater a little closer to the pier, and white taking off on a front side, getting a great floater as well. So some of these waves are really going to only produce that one-hit wonder, so you want to have a strong body position, strong snap, and a strong finish. Some other waves will present a little section that you can get those combinations. The judges always like to see the combinations, how you can read the wave and put it together in your own expression and give it your own little exclamation on that wave. The judges love to see the creativity and the variation and what you can do and can control with the wave. But we never know what the ocean's going to throw your way. So surfers are one of the most adaptable athletes because it's always changing, weather, conditions, tides, you name it. They have to do it on the fly. It's pretty incredible. 5 minutes, 55 seconds left in this heat.
Yeah, it's not a static slope or a half pipe that is frozen or wooden pipe. Lots of scores. Peyton Lennox, your last score at 2.25, and now you're needing a 3.41. And it doesn't look like your sixth wave, Auburn, is going to factor in. You still have a 6.75 and a 6.0. So just over 5 minutes. Here's the situation with priority red. Auburn Hill, you have the lead with a 6.75 and a 6.0. Kate Purser from White, you're in second with a 4.5 and a 2.4. And Peyton Lennox, you are in the need of a 3.41. Not a tall order. You can do that. Peyton, you're in third. And our priority is red, blue, white.
And that is definitely a possibility out here, even with a single maneuver. So it's not over. We have plenty of time. Just over 5 minutes left in this heat.
Hey, you know, Kroger, by the way, we're at 5 minutes. Turn that disc around. We're in the yellow caution zone. Kroger delivery saves time and money with groceries delivered to your door. Have you had groceries delivered to your door yet?
I have. With a newborn, you definitely have deliveries.
I think they deliver to the beach. So if they do, you guys order us something up nice, since we'll be talking all day. Let's watch the blue of Peyton Lennox right now.
Peyton looking for that 3.41, so she got a nice little frontside floater, rode away, nice and controlled. So we'll see if that replaces her 2.25 to back up her 3.5. She needs a 3.41 to move in that advancing position. 4 minutes, 15 seconds left in this heat. Priority is with red.
Well, where the culture of surf lives and breathes. Learn more, Jacksonville.com, the soul of / the soul of surf. So visit Jax, working very closely with Visitors and Convention Bureau to make sure that you all know where you're at. And for people watching on the web, come here. It's as warm as it needs to be right now. It's like 75 at 9 a.m. Easy to see why people flock here for vacation, and a lot of people call it home as well. Thank you, Jacksonville Beach.
I do love how we also see a lot of the dogs, and they're part of the, cheer squad on the beach, and they get to enjoy their toes in the water as well before it gets too hot. So they're enjoying and doing some hot laps. We see a lot of dogs. We have a lot of dog-friendly hotels in the area. So it definitely helps just bring and keep the whole family together, and you can just bring everyone to the beach and get down here to check out Supergirl Surf Pro.
That's it. 3:10 on the clock, ladies. As we get down to the nitty-gritty, Auburn, you still have priority red, white, blue. USA, Auburn in the lead. Kate, you're in second. Peyton, you still need a 3.41. Next up, Tegan Meza, Charlie Gallo, Ainsley West, Lily Walker.
Supergirl brought to you by Florida Blue, constantly solving to make health care better for the people of Florida.
Yeah, healthcare is on the rise. Everyone needs it, and it's a requirement, and we will let the government do what the government does. All right, all four ladies getting some sunshine on them next to that pier. They're getting into position. From 64 down to a final 2 tomorrow afternoon, and the cape will be awarded right here by the judges' announced tower. Thanks to all the volunteers and all the staff from ASA Entertainment. Rick Bratman, been in business since 1994. The longest running action sport company in the world that has continually put on events since 94. That's a statement of fact. Thank you, ASA.
Without having to do any major rebranding, shutdowns, reopens, it's been nice and consistent. ASA has been adapting and growing with the sports and action industry, and it is wonderful to see the support and the dedication that ASA has put into this event for now almost 2 decades.
They even gave the belief and the love and the power to rollerblading, which still is phenomenal training. I don't care what you say. Great training for the legs. All right, blue coming down to it. There is Peyton Lennox finding something and then falling off.
It just got a little bit off balance in that last maneuver. She was trying to kick those fins loose and actually caught that front rail and went over. So we're just at that minute mark now. Priority is with red. See the ladies shifting a little bit to the north towards the pier. Do they see something coming? As this tide is rising, we are seeing the ladies maneuver a little bit closer to the pier to position themselves as it comes and lands on this sandbar.
Yeah, so Peyton has last priority. Again, only 2 move on, so Peyton in blue, she's in that danger zone, needs a 3.41. 30 seconds left. And as we said, at the mercy of the ocean. Peyton's going to distance herself from the pack and say, is there anything on the inside that's going to work for me? 10 seconds.
Counting it down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that wraps up our heat 3 of the round of 64.
That's it. Auburn Hilly, Kate Pierce, unofficially moving on. Peyton Lennox, tough draw. And we're going to be going to break for you folks at the World Wide Web. Back in a couple minutes, and stay with us.
At Florida Blue, we're constantly solving to make healthcare better for the people of Florida. And we want you to know how we're solving, with health solutions that make healthcare more affordable and easier to access. Offering plans that fit your needs and budget, making mental health appointments more available, personalizing care to manage chronic conditions, and working with hospitals and doctors to lower costs on your behalf. See health solutions that are making healthcare more affordable. Florida Blue, your health solutions partner.
Tell your friends, families, and loved ones to tune into. And we want to thank and welcome back you beautiful people from around the World Wide Web. Natural Life, who makes irresistible treasures with a free spirit, style, and positive vibe. Thank you. As well, Owala, the water bottle that keeps things interesting. And I'll tell you what, I have mine right here, and I've been traveling with it. It doesn't leak. It's colorful. It's got an easy handle, and I pop it open, and I drink it like this. Hydration. Make sure you stay hydrated today, Lindsay.
Absolutely.
Well, welcome back, everybody, on the web. We have 4 ladies, Supergirls in the water. Uncle Lee alongside Lindsay Jacobellis, and here comes the blue of Charlie Gallo. Yeah, Charlie.
Yeah, getting that nice little combo, multiple turns and a backside hit. So she's starting things off strong with her first ride, keeping up the tempo and staying active out there, which is key in a beach break, always having to shift north and south and reposition yourself as the sands are changing and the tide is shifting where those breaks are happening. So hunting those little peaks is key. So we see the ladies moving into position. Green up on her front side, regular foot rider, getting a nice little wrap, kicking those fins loose. See if she can make it to this inside section. The 2 waves kind of separated, and she was not able to stay on that front side and finish out for that final hit. Last ride of blue, a 3.50.
Nice. And red. Tegan
up
Meza.
and riding, getting nice speed right off the bat, and kicking things off strong, getting those fins loose, and riding away complete. Last ride of green, 2.50.
Tegan Meza has had some good results here. She is coming from Torrance. That's right, only 13 years young, and she's able to get that board up semi-vert, one of the younger competitors at the last event in Oceanside. Runs with the likes of Lola Fleming, who was in this part of the country. Now she's living out in San Clemente. And the red, again, here we go. Tegan Meza finding something. Look at that speed right out of the gates, and she gets it up and keeps running down the line. That's nice speed and power and flow.
Yeah, great distance on that wave, and you could see that she was staying really high on the face of that wave. That's the steepest part of the wave, able to get the most speed and doing those quick little pumps to build up that maneuver for that finishing. Last ride of red, a 7.0.
Well, for Tegan, Dad is quite the skateboard artist, Mom a surfer. She's been part of the USA performance team, does some jiu-jitsu with her brother, London. She has 3 siblings, so she's put up against the ranks of being pushed around and bossed and maybe guided by brothers and sisters. Again, she's the 13-year-old. Tegan Meza in red. Charlie Gallo in blue out of Long Island, New York, 15 years young. A junior lifeguard. Ainsley West, Jacksonville Beach, 14 years young. Competed here back in 23. And nice to have Ainsley, and last year as well. Ainsley, good to have you in the mix. And Lily Walker, a late addition to the game. Nice to have you, Lily Walker, Floridian. And don't have a ton of information on you right now, but stick to your surfing and we'll develop more conversation points for you. Get that sunscreen on, enjoy the day, stay hydrated. As we're attempting to give you all the scores with just a slight, we can tell you, Tegan Meza, you got a 7. The highest score of the day so far, but let's talk about blue. This is Charlie Gallo.
Oh, that nose just getting buried on that second bottom turn. She had a great opening maneuver. Unfortunately, not able to get that combo that she was looking for. She wanted to back up that 3.50. So right now, just under 15 minutes left in this heat.
It's going to be Marilyn Glob, Isabella Goodwin, and Bethany Zelasco in the next heat. There'll be 3. That's going to be heat number 5. Again, we're rocking through the round of 64 into 48, and then the round of 32. We'll finish those today and get tomorrow start with the round of 16. So lots and lots and lots of surfing to come up. Ooh, look what you got here. Nice job, Tegan. Followed by the blue of Charlie Gallo. Waves are offset just a bit. Both of them nice scoring opportunities there.
And these ladies are on the hunt on this inside section. You can see these women are not lined up very deep out in the water. It's all action right up in front and center. It's hitting that sandbar. They have to be up quickly and then ripping down the line, staying ahead of that section. They want a nice open shoulder to be working with, but something that can run down the line so they can get those combos. So we are seeing some of the waves rolling right now, a little bit more southbound. So we see White trying to see if she's gonna chip into something. Does she? And she is up, able to get going. Nice speed, getting that front side hit. Following it up with another, not staying glued to her board. That's Ainsley. She's trying to back up her first ride of a 5.0, so she has a pretty solid opening maneuver, first ride. So she's looking to back. Let's see her replay on that. She had a lot of energy to put into this wave. It wasn't really breaking, and she didn't give up. She was able to stay with it.
And while you were replaying that, the green of Lily Walker throws down her 3rd wave. That will improve upon her score line. So wait for a couple of scores to come in. Back to Ainsley West. Ainsley, some goals of hers: East Coast title, NSSA regional finals, and to surf a 10-foot wave. You know, way to set the goals. Because a goal without a plan is what, Lindsay? just a dream. So make sure your goal has a plan set forth. That is a quote from Chris Davenport, a mountaineer. What do you see? What do you see? There's the green of...
last ride of green. This is Lily. Not able to stay ahead of that section. Sometimes when you have the white water breaking on your board, it slows you down even more, and so you're having that resistance. It's almost like not having the right wax on your board or on your skis, and you're constantly trying to stay ahead, and it just doesn't work when you have that resistance. So having that nice open face to work with, helps you maintain that speed, which then helps get those maneuvers. They all kind of complement each other, and speed breeds speed.
Speed breeds speed. That's right. Red, blue, white, green is priority. They're scrapping all the way around. 11:30 on the clock. Plenty of time to do all sorts of variations.
The forecast didn't show too many waves on the horizon, but we have seen some nice consistency with the ocean right now, which is wonderful. We still have the tide coming up for another hour or so.
The ocean provides.
Yes.
And what do you
it's
have
always
for us,
fun.
Ainsley?
White having a look. She's having a nice section to work with, able to lay back and really finish that off. She's looking to back up her 5. She wants to replace that 2. She only needs a 6.26 to move into the lead. She's just trying to improve her situation right now. Let's see if that gets her a situation.
Let's see if there's any Ainsley West fans out there. Any Ainsley West fans?
Oh, yeah. Big section. Let's take a look at that replay.
Yep. We're going to watch her replay online. Lindsay, what do you see?
I loved how she was patient and really timed that section. She got speed off the bat, and then she wanted to slow herself down with that bottom speed and bottom turn, and then she really eyed that section because she knew she was only going to get 1 hit with that. She wanted to make it count.
You know what's important when a score comes in. And Ainsley, your score in with a 4.8, and it slides you in the second position. That's good. All Ainsley West fans, I need 1 jumping jack from each of you towards Ainsley. 1. Ready? That's it. That's all. That's all we ask. Don't want to pull any muscles. We'll do more after each score. Local gal done good. And green, here is Lily Walker. Don't call me Texas Ranger. Working down towards the camera. And she's working her best way so far. I like it.
Definitely.
Keep it up for Lily Walker.
The back-to-back backside hits. It's not easy to build your speed when you are going backside on these smaller waves. So showing that control and really changing your body position, staying that low compact position will help you maintain that speed and get down the line and find that little sweet inside section that all the surfers are looking for. 9 minutes, 20 seconds left on the clock.
Lily, your score in a 3.65, a 3.65. Now you need a 6.15. Here's a look back for you folks at home. A little backlit on her backhand. And look, a little shifting towards the pier.
We see the ladies scrapping over to the north, right on the pier as White is chipping in. Beautiful bottom turn, getting a great timing on that, getting the nice combo.
Yeah, the crowd.
She had that maneuver in her mind. As soon as she took off, she had the timing perfect. She went immediately into the bottom turn, and the board went straight vertical. 8 minutes, 35 seconds left on the clock. Let's take a look at that replay. Straight into that bottom turn, board straight up and kicking those fins loose, showing great control and getting that nice little backside combo.
Nice job, Ainsley. So we'll wait for that score to come in. Needing a 6.26 to take the lead. She's comfortably in second right now. Let's look at Lily Walker in the green. She's going to go towards cameraman again. She liked what she had last time, and she's racing down looking for a scoring opportunity, and she does just that. Yeah, she's stoked. Crowd stoked. Give it up for Lily Walker in the green. The green machine.
There's so much to manage out in the water. Yes, there's only 4 surfers, but you're dealing with time, you're dealing with priority, you are dealing with conditions. So it could almost be just a fully packed lineup out there, and you still have almost the same opportunity as just being solo with only 3 other competitors. So it doesn't make things necessarily easier to find, but there is more strategy that can be played into the mixture. So we love it when athletes are stoked on their ride, on their personal performance. Last ride of green, a 3.65. So you are in third. So the situation is in red, In the lead, red in priority with a 7.0 and a 4.25. In second, white with a 5 and a 4.80.
Lots of something out there. The surfers are taking a peek at it. Your last score in Ainsley was a 4.1, did not factor in. Nonetheless, a nice ride, and so they're spaced out quite well. The peaks are just a little different than they were about an hour ago. We were commenting where that wave is approaching by the pier there. Lindsay and I were looking at that a couple hours ago, and it looks like it's going to break, and then it doesn't because the sandbar is not there. You can see on the inside right now where the sandbars are developed.
Could be in a completely different position tomorrow because everything is constantly moving and shifting as we see the ladies out in the water doing the same. They're not always bunched up together unless it's a really priority heavy situation coming down to the last few minutes, but we are seeing these ladies shift north and south constantly because they're trying to jockey for position or find a little peak to get into. So we are seeing, you know, that ping pong effect happen in these two locations where they're trying to find these peaks coming in.
Yeah.
6 minutes, 5 seconds left on the clock. Priority is with red.
Charlie Gallo, let's highlight Charlie, who's in that 4th position. She's striding right in front of White. She's got, okay, White's going to go for it, use the best priority she has, and that is Ainsley West, who's got a crowd right there in front of her.
I would have liked to see her stay with that and sneak in one more maneuver. She had a really nice first front side turn and was able to kick those fins loose, but then not able to get on the more nose of the board to stay with the movement of the wave. So she kind of fell off the back and not able to get that combo. So she's looking to improve her 4.80. But here's the replay of Ainsley. Beautiful turn. See how she kicked those fins loose, then kind of got hung up at the top, not able to stay with the wave. And that happens when these waves are a little bit softer.
Yeah, Charlie Gallo out of Long Island, New York, the 15-year-old, up and down. Junior lifeguard, spending time at Rockaway Beach and Long Beach as well. There's an event there, Queen of the Beach in Long Island. Long Beach, she walked away victorious there September of 24. And her advice is when I'm upset, or even you are upset, go surfing. It'll fix just about anything. Good mental state.
When you can reset your mind, when you can get out and just have that moment that you can escape and it's just you in the ocean, that is a beautiful experience and a very healthy one mentally as
Lily
well.
Walker
so live
in the
action,
green. Go, Lily, go. Racing
Sam
on down. Yeah, she got something to
really
work with
high.
here.
She has a nice little runner and a great little floater. To that inside, we have some opportunity. Out the back, blue up. And getting a nice backside turn,
Yeah,
completing
Charlie.
that maneuver. Charlie's been trying to improve that 1.7. She needs a 6.3. 4 minutes left on the clock. Let's take a look at the replay.
Yeah, here's a peek at
Lily
Walker, who's really come alive. Her first wave, she's just getting her feet underneath her, an alternate, and she gets a float, not able to completely ride that thing out, but did not fall off the board. So not a completed maneuver there, but stayed on the board nonetheless. And we're waiting for that score to come in. Hold tight. You just stay focused on your game. We'll give you the score update when they drop. And it does not look like, Lily, that score is not going to affect your, right, nor is Ainsley's. And, okay, so Tegan Mesa, you're still in the lead with a 7 and a 4.25. Ainsley, you have a 5 and a 4.8, needing a 6.26 to take the lead. Here's the critical situation. Charlie Gallo, you need a 5.1, looking to improve upon a 3.5, and you're surfing right now, the New Yorker. Looking to improve upon a 3.5, again, needing a 5.1. And then Lily Walker, you need a 6.15. You have equal 3.65s. Equal 3.65s, needing a 6.15. Just under 3 minutes remaining.
Let's take a look at that replay of blue. Charlie getting that nice frontside hit, kicking those fins, showing control. It was more of a one-hit wonder for that wave, but she really did execute it very well. 2 minutes, 35 seconds left in this heat. This is heat 4, the round of 64. We have a few rounds to get through today. You see some of the other ladies a little further south staying warm, staying active as they will approach you know, some of the heats a little later on. Some of the ladies get buys. If they have enough points, they get to, you know, enter their first round and maybe the round of 32 and not have to go through all of the early elimination rounds. And that is a perk when you've been doing it for a long time. You acquire points.
Mm-hmm.
What do I see on the horizon? Possible. We can see the ladies being like, well, we see it too. Should we get into position? What's going to happen? We are seeing that shift very last minute as this wave hits the sandbar. So West really having a good eye on it, but she had to give way because she had priority.
Oh, nice. Oh, it looked so promising until it did not.
It had those two waves come together a little bit more in sync. It probably wouldn't have tipped her board in that way and threw her off balance, not allowing her to complete that. But she had great power and great control in the initiation part of that maneuver.
Yeah.
So we see the skill set there. We are just at the minute mark. Priority now is with white.
Yeah. Buzzer beaters always out there and potential for Gallo needing a 5-1, Walker 6-1-5. There's a peek back at Meza, who, as explained by Lindsay, did not complete that there. Good effort. Okay, sun is out. Time to fire. The other three ladies are ready, and Meza on the inside says, I got something to pick off. I got a bone to pick. And down she goes with the belly flop. And
it's the shallow fall because it's only a foot deep there. So Blue having a nice section that was lining up, just was maybe a little timid going into that section. She has the ability to really be able to have a strong body position and really lay into that section and trust that the wave is going to hold her. That wave had a little bit more size and had a great pocket.
And 3, 2, 1, that's done. Meza Ainsley West advancing on to the round of 48 unofficially, and hugs and high fives out there. That's what the spirit and camaraderie of this event is all about. You folks at home, we'll be back in just a moment with some more surfing. We'll go on to heat number 5 of our round of 64. Kickoff day here at Jacksonville.
As an official sponsor of the NFL, Jersey Mike's wants you, Eli Manning, to be our new spokesperson.
I'm in. I love Jersey Mike's.
Hold on. Jersey Mike's new spokesperson? You're stealing my job.
I don't want to steal anything.
Lies. Eli's.
I just love these subs.
You'll be hearing from my lawyer. He's very prompt.
Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Hey, that's my line. A sub above.
And welcome back, Jacksonville. We're here at the Supergirl Surf Pro, brought to you by Visit Jax, where the culture and surf lives and breathes. Learn more at visitjacksonville.com. Soul of Surf and Seaglass Wines, refreshing wines that bring the coast to you wherever you are. Seaglass Wines, your perfect pairing for waves, sunshine, and good company.
There it is. Seaglass Wines might have a couple of those later this afternoon. Meanwhile, in the water now, round of 64. Heat number 5 in red, Marlon Glob. In blue, Isabella Goodwin. And in white, Bethany Zelasco. And we just saw a couple rides, and we will wait for the judges to type their scores. We will give you the scores as soon as they come in. So just 18 minutes, 35 seconds to go. Welcome to beautiful Jacksonville Beach. The sun is out. The waves are super fun, and the crew on the beach is fired up. This local Jax crew is just stoked to have this event in town. We see a bunch of groms just out here frothing, and we're going to see it all weekend long, and music tonight.
Yeah, every minute that goes by, more bodies are just piling onto the beach because that is the energy of this event. It just keeps growing and growing as the day moves on. And just a little further south on the beach, we have flag football competitions going on all day, volleyball and soccer. And then a little bit in the afternoon, we'll have the lacrosse. And then the Festival Village will be opening at 11.
What a day for it, too. It is beautiful. And as we see some surfing here out front, we got a split peak, blue and white. White on the backhand into the lip, gets the finish. And then blue as well. So stand by. We got a couple scores dropping. That was a great split peak. We saw Bethany on her backhand kind of getting the better of it. We'll see what the judges have to say. Meanwhile, openers are coming in. Opener of red, a 3.25. Opener of blue was a 2.75, and just a 1.5 the opener of white. We do have scores coming in for white and blue. Stand by, 17:20 to go. Priority battle out front. Looks like it's going to be red in first priority, blue second priority, and white's going to pick up that third priority position. Looks like we got a pretty good score coming in here for white. She's going to like it. Once the last score drops, we'll give it to you. Meanwhile, we got a look here for blue. Oh, she's going to get it. Look at this right-hander.
Great section to work with, a beautiful backside hit. She's wanting to get things started. She wants to back up her 2.75. So last ride of white, a 6.0. So here is Bethany's last ride. The goofy foot rider going backside, beautiful bottom turn, kicking those fins loose. It was one hit, but it was really strong and executed well. And she is used to these beach breaks. She is from Dana Point, so she is surfing down in Salt Creek a lot, so she is quick to her feet. She is also a mother as well, so I wonder if her little one is here at the beach. It's now I'm learning it's a new world, bringing that little one with you to the beach and experiencing.
No more just grabbing the board out of the truck and going, right?
A few more items. The bouncy chair has been key to bring down to the beach, and an umbrella. You can't get away with going to the beach without an umbrella with a kid anymore. So.
I needed a beach buddy.
Yeah,
so you can go get some waves.
Yeah, just maybe a few more months so I can get her to hold a camera, maybe. Wishful thinking.
Yeah,
All right. We've still got a lot of time left on this clock. Here is the replay of blue. This is Isabella. Beautiful backside turn. Great body position. And red, live action out in the water. Backside hit into that combo. Those two waves coming together. She is able to stay onto that front side, but she didn't have a section to work with because they didn't quite line up well together. But she did get a couple of combos before that wave shut down. So,
she's
still waiting on some scores.
She's going to pair up that 3.25, and then previous the blue was a 4-point ride. Stand by, last of red coming in at a 4.60. So red goes to first with a 4.6 and a 3.25. White's in that second spot with a 6 and just a 1.5 as a backup, needing a 1.85 to take back her share of the lead. And then blue's in that third spot with a 4 and a 2.75, looking for a 3.51. First priority white, second blue, third red. 14:50 to go. Lindsay, it is a beautiful day here on the beach, and I know that you're getting ready for ski season, right?
Absolutely. I'm very excited to get on the snow and go fast again. I've just been in this little stall pattern. I don't know. It's just being pregnant was a little slow for me. So live action out in the water. Red up and riding. Ripping down this line fast. Oh, beautiful. Nice finishing maneuver. Hoping to maintain control. We'll see if the judges deem that a completion. So red in the lead with a 3.25 and a 4.60. Priority is with white. 14 minutes, 12 seconds left on the clock. This is heat 5 of the round 64.
Yeah, you saw that first turn for Marlon complete. Second's going to be deemed incomplete. So it's going to be a 2.65 for Marlon, and she's still holding down the top spot with 14 minutes to go. I think the tide has capped out.
Here's that replay. She's having a look, decided not to go. Not really seeing that section come together for her, so opting to not lower herself on that priority board. She decided to not paddle into that wave, but that was Red's last ride, not completing it. We do see some opportunity on the horizon as the surfers move into position. We see a little corner. Priority is with white. Bethany having a look, having a great face to work with. She is up. Beautiful backside turn, wrapping around, getting that combo, and right behind her, Blue is up and surfing.
Yeah,
Blue having a nice
turn.
runner to work with. This wave lined up a little bit better than White's ride because she didn't have another wave come and interfere with that inside section. So maybe wave selection does come into effect, but Bethany did have really, really strong backside turns on that. So we'll see how that comes in to play with her score.
Yeah, she's looking in form for sure.
So Bethany wants to throw out that 1.5, so that's most likely going to happen. So she's looking to have a strong second backside, second score, backup score.
Judge is just taking a look at the replay, and they'll get the number into us. 12 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Red with priority, White second priority, Blue third priority. And we're going to get a replay of White here for you fans at home. There goes Bethany, as you see. Just good setup work, backhand turn, using her rail, no downtime, 1, 2, and then just kicks out. So that's going to be a good score coming in. We were just waiting on that replay, and then we saw Blue. She was got the good first turn in and was hoping for a little more down the line, got hung on her finishing turn. So scores are going to come in here. Blue's definitely going to get credit for that first turn, rightfully so. So it looks like White may get the better of that exchange, but we will see here momentarily. Again, priority Red, first priority, White, second priority, Blue, third priority, 11:20 to go. We are in the round of 64, Heat 5, just chipping away just past 9:30 here on this beautiful Saturday morning. Get ready for a fun-filled day of music, sports, and celebrating female athletes. And there it is for Blue, 3.85, and White, 5.25. So here's how it shakes down. White's out front with a 6 and a 5.25. Red's now in second with a 4.6 and a 3.25, looking for a 6.65 to take the lead, Marlon. And Blue, Isabella, you are in that third spot with a 4 and a 3.85. Your requirement now, a 3.86 first prio. Red, second, White, third, Blue, 10.30. So almost at the halfway point here. Almost try to decipher dude's shirt down there. What does it say? Hey, Grom in the black hoodie, let me see your shirt. What does it say? BSB, oh, baseball season. I'm down, dude.
Just about 10 minutes left in this heat, ladies. Priority is Red, White, Blue. Well, shout out to our sponsors, Revive. Fuel your body and mind with an all-natural elevated wellness. Rise stronger with Supergirl Revive, SG Revive. Ocean has a little lull right now, just waiting to just give us something spectacular. We can't wait to see what these ladies will showcase.
Yeah, these girls are really progressing fast. The level of surfing is just unbelievable here in the round of 64, and any one of these ladies could be in the final. We've got round of 64, round of 48, and round of 32 today. And then we're going to finish it up finals day tomorrow. And we're going to crown or cape a champion here, as we always do. How was Oceanside?
Oceanside was a spectacular event. I mean, that event gets bigger and bigger every year. We had longboard competition on the north side of the pier. So we had also girls that were competing both in longboard and shortboard. And then we had so much activation right on both sides of the pier as well, and we had an amazing concert series as well. So we have some of those same concerts and some of those same artists that will be performing later today and tomorrow. They are part of the concert series. They travel with ASA and go to multiple events. So it's great to see that they love being a part of the Supergirl tour and that spirit. And we love and thank you for being a part of that movement as well.
Yeah, ASA, they do a ton of killer events in all sports. And they've got a really great program. Rick and his team put on a world-class show. And then I don't know if you guys had heard the news, but new stop next year.
Yep.
Virginia Beach in August, late August, early September. Cannot wait for that. I'll already be there for the ECSC, and then we're going to go right into the Supergirl Pro, and it's going to be an amazing few weeks in the beautiful city of Virginia Beach. Have you been there?
I have not been there, so
awesome.
It is awesome. As an athlete, I've been able to travel the world and see all these new places because I'm competing. But now that I've, stepped outside of that athletic space temporarily and I'm working in production and broadcasting, I still get to experience new places, and that is the beauty with action sports and outdoor sports. And it really helps you, get a different experience and take on life, and you just get to meet people from all around the world and make friends and make lifelong experiences that I can pass on now to my daughter, which is incredible. And that's
nothing like it.
That's the opportunity that Supergirl has for now generations.
Yeah, and being able to raise your kids in the sports that you love and the career path that you've chosen, I'm blessed. I actually have one of my children on the judging panel at this event, so I get to see him a lot. He doesn't live at home anymore. I get to see him more because we work together. I get to see him more than Mom does, so she gets a little jealous of that. But it's awesome to see your kids kind of follow the same path and do what you love, have fun doing it, never take no for an answer, and remember, you can do anything you want if you put your mind to it.
I love the world of sports because sports also creates just structure for a young individual and that discipline. And whether you stick with a competitive lifestyle throughout your years, it transitions very well into any aspect of life. So you are 100%. Learning key skill sets that are vital to success in life down the road.
Absolutely.
So it all starts here at Supergirl, and it's sports of all kinds. So it's wonderful that now we have so many more sports involved in Supergirl. We are just looking at surfing right now, but if we were to turn the cameras and turn our heads and look south, we would see volleyball, and we would see lacrosse, we'd see soccer and flag football, which is new. So we have hundreds of ladies signed up for that. So this is the largest women's event. Up and surfing right now, Blue getting a nice floater, a nice inside section, staying nice and controlled, finishing off all the way to the inside. That's Isabella Goodwin. She's looking to improve that 3.85. She needs a 3.86, so not a tall order, very feasible. Red out the back, getting that combo back-to-back. Here is the replay of Blue.
Oh, yeah, home, you see she generated speed after that first floater and got some more speed using her rail and getting the finishing turn. So Isabella Goodwin, stand by for that score to come in. Let's see if it drops in her score line. Looks like it might come just under, but we'll see. And then Red has a score dropping as well. 4 minutes, 35 seconds to go. First priority, White. Second priority is with Blue, and we got White taking a look here on her backhand. Great look in Jacksonville Peak. Oh, one turn. Let's see if she can knock out a second one. She goes down, so uncharacteristic fall there for Bethany on her second turn, but she will get credit for her first turn. Next heat, perfect spot to paddle out right there with 1 minute. You can go ahead and make your way out. There's 4 minutes to go, so at the 1 minute mark, you can make your way out. Sorry if that sounded a bit confusing, ladies. I confused myself too, sorry.
So and this is Bethany's last ride. Beautiful bottom turn, great control, kicking those fins loose. Unfortunately, not able... missing that timing a little bit on that second one. And she knew that. As soon as she was in that bottom turn, she knew that her timing was a little off and she was not going to complete that. So she didn't waste a lot of effort struggling to force that maneuver. She decided to just pack up and get back out to the lineup.
Yeah,
got 3 minutes, 35 seconds left. She's hunting down for another peak. She's moving towards the pier, see if she can chip into something.
She's still a heat leader, though, with a 6 and a 5.25. Now she's taking a look here. On her forehand, oh, just good timing, gets the first turn. Now it's going to double up, and she's going to go for the run. And then she finishes that one off. So she's looking to replace that 5.25. Red, you are in second, needing a 6.65 to take the lead. Blue is in third with a 4 and a 3.85, needing a 5.20. And everybody at home, check out the replay for white. First turn in the pocket. Takes her time, waiting on the double-up section, saw that the wave was kind of bending the other way, so she decided just to do a little turn and kick out so she can get back out there and play a bit of defense with 2 minutes, 45 seconds to go. First priority, blue. Second priority, red. Third priority is with white. Now, red taking a look. Just a look, so they were just both taking a look at that wave. Not that good of a wave. It looked like a good peak, but there was really no wall attached to it. So 2:30, ladies. $2.15.
All right, situation is 2 minutes left on the clock. In the lead, white with a 6.0 and a 5.25. In second, red with a 4.6 and a 4.6. You need a 6.65 to move into the lead. In third, blue with priority, a 4 and a 3.85. You need a 5.20 to advance. 1 minute, 45 seconds left in this heat. Priority is with blue.
Yes, this one comes down to a close. Right now, white and red, 1 and 2, but blue is nipping at the heels, doesn't need a huge score. Here she goes. It's going to be a split peak. Blue goes into the pocket and comes down, and white throws a ton of spray out back on her forehand into another one. Let's see if she can get a third closing turn. She's trying. So 1-2 punch for white, backhand turn for blue. So with 1 minute, 15 seconds to go, red sits out the back with priority. We'll see where the scores come in. These are going to be really important scores here. Blue's trying to throw away that 3.85 and make her requirement a little less. As you see on the replay, it's going to be white. Everybody at home, check out that first turn for white. Takes her time into a second one, and then that's going to do it for white. Now with 55 seconds to go, the paddle battle. Red does have priority. We're still waiting on those two scores to come in. Blue scores starting to come in here. It's going to be close to the 3.85. Let's see. She may improve a bit, but not by much. Here we go. 30 seconds. Last of white was a 4-1. Doesn't go in your score line. Blue, you're still going to be looking for that mid-range 5. There it is, 3.5 for your last, so a 5.2 blue with 20 seconds to go. Red has priority, and they are going to become really good friends here. So red uses that priority. Blue goes to first priority now. White second priority, 10 seconds to go. Next heat, stand by. Hold your positions, please. Next heat, and counting this one down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Bethany and Marlon moving on. Everybody at home, stand by for this commercial break. We will be back in just a few minutes. Next heat, stand by, please.
Everything has changed, running on blue flames, headed for Montana where the mountains can't escape. Running down the street, no one here but me, can't seem to settle down. I keep chasing cities, chasing.
Sky, just a .50. Welcome back, everybody at home.
Thank you. Yeah, welcome back. It's Supergirl Surf, brought to you by Kroger Delivery. It saves time and money with groceries delivered right to your door. Visit Kroger.com and order today. Vive Organic, perfect for every immune boosting occasion. Shots are available and fresh right here at this event. We got the Supergirl volleyball crew on the beach right now.
They're stoked, getting the workout in. And right now, round of 64, heat 6 in the water. In red, we have Sky Dominguez. In blue, we have Ava Lavender. In white, Sage Farr. And in green, Scarlett Herman. So another stacked heat here in the round of 64. Congratulations to Bethany and Marlon in the last heat. Moving on, they will surf again today. So get some rest, hydrate, and get ready for the next round because it is going to be a barn burner. There are so many good surfers in this draw. We're going to see the likes of Story Martinez, Caden Persidoc, Avery McDonald, Carly Eastwood, Victoria Duprat, Ava Earl. We're going to see so many top seeds in the next round. And then also into the round of 32, we'll see the top seeds today, including Eden Walla. So I cannot wait to see that. We got a ton of really, really talented surfers here in Jacksonville Beach. With 17 minutes, 20 seconds to go, we just saw one of red, Sky Dominguez, just a quick one. But meanwhile, out the back, we got some surfers moving into position in this non-priority start here. Maybe White gets a corner bowl. No takers. That one just kind of snuck under everybody. And red's going to have a look. Sky Dominguez gets the floater, finishes her turn. So there she is. She's just staying busy and keeping on the board.
So you said you were at Easterns in OBX or Virginia? Yep. Yeah. So you were seeing some of these ladies, and Sky did very well up there this year. She got a first in the Open women's and a first in the under 18 girls and a first in the Open Pro in the Folly Beach Wahine Classic.
Yeah, Sky
so she's definitely been making her mark in this scene last couple of years. She's been, getting some wins here and there, and her first win ever in a pro division was back in 2023 at the Dunes Classic in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, so
I'm sure you get to see all these ladies on the East Coast grow and develop and then really just start to level up and showcase their skills.
Yeah, they're on tour for sure. They love to do the every contest they can, and it shows because these girls are really putting it together. As you see Sky Dominguez there, her previous wave was a 2-point ride, and she's going to back that up here with this last one. And now we have another set. Looks like it's going to be White getting the better position. She's going to take off on her forehand. Here we go, Sage Farr. Oncoming section, does the cutty, but really just gets hung at the top. Looked like just didn't have the speed that she needed with 15 minutes, 40 seconds to go.
Yeah, but you could see she was not afraid to be deep in that pocket. You know, the Floridian from Pensacola, really, really quick to her feet, staying nice and high and able to rip down that line. So this is the previous ride of red. Nice, beautiful frontside turn. Getting a nice little wrap on the inside. So last ride of red that we just saw on that screen was a 3.5. That was her 3.5 ride. Still waiting on her last score. Green. Waiting on Green's first score. 15 minutes.
Opener of White was a 1.25. First priority blue. Second priority is with White. Just some minor scores to come in here.
We are seeing some good consistency with the ocean, so that means there is opportunity, and we will see those little corners and those little catcher mitts, pop up. That makes it easier for the surfers to get that extra pop and that push with that energy source of the wave instead of having to scrape and paddle for so long to get into them when they're long and rolling. So when they really stand up and they hit that little inside sandbar, they get that little rocket boost. As soon as they're up, they are off, and you see right immediately into that bottom turn, White up and running down that line.
Blue with higher priority here, and she's going to use it. As you were talking about that catcher's mitt, here it is. Oh, Blue, little drop wallet. And you see that double up right there? That's that long period swell. There's a little bit of 11-second in the water I saw come up overnight, and that's what we're seeing, this little push. It's only about 1.2 feet at 11 seconds, but as you see, it's giving us some solid waist-high surf here. And these girls are taking full advantage of it. And, it was not looking too hot there with the forecast leading up to it, but Jacksonville always delivers, as you see on the replay.
Yeah, Blue was able to find a really nice open face to work with. So live action in the water. Green up and riding Scarlet. A nice, beautiful frontside turn. She wants to back up her .90. She needs a 2.1 to move into advancing position. 13 minutes, 15 seconds left on the clock. Priority is with red. Last ride of green, a .80.
Yeah, so with 13 minutes to go, that shakes out as red out front there with a 3.5 and a 2-point ride. Blues in second, single wave score of a 3, looking for a 2.51 to take the lead. White, Sage Farr is in that third spot, a 1.25 and a 1.2, looking for a 1.76. And then Green, she has the .9 and the .8, looking for a 2.11. So anybody's game at this point. It is wide open. It's just going to take one combo to bust the door down here with 12 minutes, 35 seconds to go. First priority red, second priority blue, third priority is with white. And then next up, we're going to see round of 64, heat 6, Amari Moore, all the way from Puerto Rico, Happy Seeger, and Summer Bastiga. So another stacked heat here in Jacksonville Beach. Not even 10 o'clock. The action has been hot. The sun is out, and everybody's having a great weekend here on the beach. Make sure you go check out Jersey Mike's. That's what we're going to have here for lunch in a little while. The current air temperature 71. Water temperature, guess what? 71. High tide at 9:47, and we're going to end the day on a low tide at 4:15. So you are checking out the Supergirl Surf Festival. Priority change, red, blue, green, and white. That's what you were saying, right? I was guessing. 11 minutes, 15 to go. And everybody watching at home, as we was letting you know earlier, we are doing double duty. We are announcing on the webcast, and we are also the beach announcers, so you may hear some communication and some conversation in the background. That's just us communicating with, say, the priority judge, if there's a priority change or something. So you will hear some background noise, and it's just the inner workings. So another priority change, first priority red, second priority blue, third priority now with white, fourth priority with green. So we saw green paddle, white getting that third priority spot. 10 minutes 40, almost to the halfway point. Ocean's gone a little sleepy, but that's all right, 'cause that means she's just warming up. That long period set's going to start showing her face here soon. When did you fly in? Yesterday, Lindsay?
Thursday.
Thursday?
Yeah. I
Little
needed an extra day to get settled in with baby. It was the first flying experience, traveling experience with the little one, so I just wanted to buffer a little extra time and get settled in.
You put her up front, right? First class.
We got upgraded.
Yeah, you know, of course
Just
you did.
With my time in the airplane seat, I get complimentary upgrades for
Or you should have just wore your gold medal. That's what I would do if I had one like you. I'd just wear it and just hope for the best.
I didn't need to carry one more thing. She was heavy enough. All right, 9 minutes, 45 seconds left on the clock. We have some waves on the horizon. Let's see if we find a little shoulder for these ladies to work with.
Yeah, red has priority. That means she has her pick. She gets to choose whatever wave she would like. Nobody else can have it my way. Beat it.
I try to always utilize priority when I'm down at lowers, and nobody listens to me.
Nobody pays attention to priority at lowers.
All right, Red
goes.
up and surfing the Goofy Foot rider on her front side, getting a lot of energy in that first turn. So she wants to be replacing that 2.0. She wants to improve her situation, so she's just chipping away at that and staying active out in the water.
Yeah, she's a very active surfer, and she has a huge community backing. I'm sure everybody at home. And Folly Beach is checking out Sky Dominguez. Here you see on the replay, she's paddling through that one, gets to her feet around the corner, and then boom, gets the finish. think she rides for Parrott. I'm not sure. I think so. I hate to say that. Yeah, there we go. Thumbs up. I pay attention. So shout out to, I'm sure Parrott has the webcast on. Shout out to everybody there. Marshall DePast, ESA director in South Carolina there in Folly Beach. They do good things. And look, they got Sky Dominguez coming from Folly. And there's another Folly Beach heavy hitter you'll see later, Georgia Brown.
Beautiful backside combo, back-to-back maneuvers. Unfortunately not able to complete that last one, but she is, you know, trying to chip away. She wants that backup score for her 3. She needs a 3.85 to move into the lead. 8 minutes left on this clock, still plenty of time. Here's the replay of blue, Ava Lavender, regular foot rider, backside, beautiful backside turn. Just burying that nose a little bit on that re-entry, just a little bit difficult to deal with the foam, but answering right back, staying active, and on that front side getting those 2 nice combos. So she wants to improve her 3.0.
Yeah, so Ava realized
still waiting on a score for
that
blue.
she made the mistake in not finishing her second turn on that backhand, but then she went right back to work on her forehand, got the combo finish. So Ava Lavender, she's also been around for a very long time. Super good surfer and very seasoned. So previous to Ava was a 3.05. Last was a 4.50, enough to take her to the lead. So Ava Lavender in blue is out front with a 4.5 and a 3.05. Sky Dominguez now down to second with a 3.5 and a 3.35, looking for a 4.06 to take the lead. Then we have White Sage Far in the third position with a 1.25 and a 1.2, looking for a 5.60. That's a requirement. And then green, Scarlett Herman, up just sitting on that 0.9 and a 0.8 again, looking for a 5.95. First priority white, second priority red, third green, fourth blue. 6 minutes, 40 seconds remaining. Here we go. What about Sage Far? You got some info on her?
Yeah, just this year, she got third in the Outer Banks in the girls 14-15.
In gnarly conditions.
So you were there. So
Yeah,
it's not always easy to be managing, you know, tumultuous conditions where things are changing drastically. Either it's heavy beach break or multiple wind directions. So these ladies have to adapt and go on the fly. So to see high-level surfing in challenging conditions, they make it look easy, and it's not. You're almost inspired to go out in the water because it's, oh, well, they're doing it, and they're doing a great job. I'm going to get out there. And then you realize that's the difference in the level of surfing, is when you try to experience it for yourself and realize it's not coming together as it is for these ladies. So shout out to all the women out there that are, you know, competing in competitions with challenging, you know, waves and adapting and constantly raising the bar for women in sports and for surfing. So we love seeing that over the years, and especially as Supergirl has developed over the years, that we are seeing the level of riding even in these early rounds. We had 112 ladies in Oceanside. We got 64 here in Florida, and we have incredible surfing even in these early rounds.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like tons of great surfing. There we go. We saw a priority change. Blue goes to second, white to third, green to fourth priority. And as you were talking about East Coast comps, they have had some heaters with 5 minutes to go. They have had some heaters this year. ESA Eastern saw overhead conditions. USA Surfing Prime season opener in the Outer Banks saw double overhead conditions. Both days were just absolutely pumping. I couldn't believe my eyes. Super clean conditions.
And that's pretty intense when you are, you know, 12 years old and maybe smaller in stature. Overhead wave is a little different than an overhead wave for myself or you.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
that these young athletes are charging those conditions just shows where surfing can be in 1 year, in 5 years, in 10 years. And I love it. I love seeing progression. Progression is natural in sport. It is inevitable in sport, but it's always, you know, unknown how quickly that progression will happen. But we are seeing such broad jumps in this progression.
Oh,
year
absolutely.
to year.
And really quick, Lindsay, we just got this in. There is a paddle priority interference. Green on white. Green on white. So green will be stuck with that interference, now needing a 6.85. Yeah, especially when it's smaller like this. Be mindful with your paddle collapsing the sections. That's what happened with 3 minutes, 35 seconds to go. So now situation is blue out front with a 4.5 and a 3.05. Red in second with a 3.5 and a 3.35, looking for a 4.06. And then white taking a look, just under priority, and gets this gem. Oh, I thought she was going to go and pull in. Look at that thing spin its guts out.
I was definitely going to have a lot of energy and really have a strong break on that sandbar. It would have been a pretty impressive ride to pull into. She would have had to be really quick to her feet and get ahead of that section. So, you know, maybe she thought she was a little bit behind and wasn't going to make it. It's always one more paddle. You could always keep telling yourself, but it's hard to sometimes force that and make that happen. So Green having a look, scraping into one, staying nice and high. Unfortunately, that wave shut down and didn't give her a face to work with. We got 2 minutes, 40 seconds left on the clock. This is heat 6, so around a 64.
Yep. Shout out, someone brought me a duck donut as I need it. I'll probably just let it sit there for a couple hours. Act like I'm going to eat it. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go.
Just converse with it.
Exactly.
Talk about its hopes and dreams. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left on the clock. Still opportunity on the horizon as we see a little pulse come to this inside. We'll see if these ladies can find a shoulder, find a little corner to work with. It's so fun to see, you know, a big face come up, and it doesn't look like it's going to have a runner, and it just looks like this shoulder. Then all of a sudden it hits the sand, and then it has a beautiful open face. And white and blue splitting this peak, different style of riding both ways. We had blue able to get the combo and the surf and the back-to-back turns, and then we had white going northbound and having a quick little runner and really racing that section. So we'll see how the judges compare those two rides. Red up end, attacking this section, staying very active.
There's the combo.
Nice, strong finish. Well done, Sky. That was red. We're still waiting on scores of blue, red, and white. 1 minute, 8 seconds left to go. Green up and riding, trying to get ahead of this little section. Unfortunately, that white water bogging and catching that rail, so killing a little bit of her speed. Priority right now is with white. Still waiting on scores for all athletes, so we'll give that a minute till they drop and update you ASAP.
Yes, with 40 seconds to go. Once these scores come in, we'll give you the full update. Scores coming in for everybody. Right now, it's Lavender and Dominguez, 1 and 2. Farr sitting in the hot seat with 30 seconds to go, looking for a 5.6. That last one's not going to do it. And Dominguez may better her situation, so it's going to be even harder for white and green. 20 seconds to go. We're going to get ready and count this thing down. This one's going to be over. We got 15 seconds to go. Let's see if anybody can get one more wave. And with 10 seconds remaining, let's see. Round of 64. Heat 6 is coming to a close here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen, as it shakes out. Avon Lavender, Sky Dominguez, 1 and 2. And everybody watching at home, stand by. We'll be back after we pay a few bills.
At Florida Blue, we're constantly solving to make healthcare better for the people of Florida. And we want you to know how we're solving with health solutions that make healthcare more affordable and easier to access. Offering plans that fit your needs and budget, making mental health appointments more available, personalizing care to manage chronic conditions, and working with hospitals and doctors to lower costs on your behalf. See health solutions that are making healthcare more affordable. Florida Blue, your health solutions partner.
Oh, it's getting cold out here. We need to tiki. How about we...
Yup.
There's almost no smoke.
Cozy over here. Time to tiki.
That's easy.
Loving this warmth.
What if it was as simple as... Looks cozy.
Let's join them.
After you.
Yeah. And let's welcome back you fine people from around the world. That's the Jacksonville Beach Pier, and we cannot be happier to have the Marines as our sponsor to help us understand what freedom means. The Marines push limits, chasing greatness, and rising above every wave. Thank you, Marines, as well. I want to thank all sponsors included in the mix, and you folks for coming out today to Jacksonville Beach.
And what a beach scene we have here today, Uncle E. It's beautiful. I'm stoked to be sitting next to you, and we got some absolute teepees coming in. Look at this thing. How is the wedge on this? Red thinks she's back over at Domes in Puerto Rico. Combo. Let's see if she can get the finish. Oh, just gets a little hung. That's all right. She opened up with a 2.25. Blue, a 3.75 for her effort, and white, a 1.5. We are around a 64 heat 7. We are going to round out the opening round, next heat, round of 64 heat 8. It's going to be Skylar Steinmetz, Reese Lennox, Georgia Brown, and Leah Turner. Another stacked heat. So with 17:20 to go, as you see on the replay, at home, Amari Moore on the forehand gets the one turn and just a little mistime the second turn, but that's going to earn her a 2.90 and 2 scores on the board.
You know, Amari's done a few of these Jacksonville events, started in 23 out here when she was all of 12 years young. Now at 14, the Puerto Rican, nice aggressive young stance as she's developing her skill set, and she's at it once again, says, nah, not going to do it. So we talk about priority. If you're new to surfing and just happen to be on holiday or vacation, there's a priority thing. We'll talk about that in a minute. No, we'll talk about it now. So when a surfer goes to paddle and they go to commit, the priority changes. So if you look back at the announce tower, then there's a priority change. Yeah, so I was just getting to that. And you've got blue, red, and white. There are not rectangular. I guess those are rectangular frames that are in place, and you got a 1, 2, and 3. So the surfers, whether they're listening to us or not, they can look back and see what the priority is. Phil, even deeper than that, break down priority for the surfers out there. What does that mean?
Well, first priority means everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, first priority is unconditional right of way, and they get to pick any wave that they would like. And right now, blue is in that position in top priority. She has a 3.75 sitting on the board with 16 minutes to go. Red has second priority, and white has third priority, as we see just a 3-person heat, so 1, 2, and 3. Amari Moore getting 2 quick ones, and then these other 2 surfers are going to wait patiently because priority is super important, especially in these conditions, because you might only get 2, 3, maybe 4 really good set waves, and those are the ones you're going to be on. As we saw some prior heats, we saw combos scoring well. We've also saw one big maneuver scoring well. So we saw Bethany get into the 6 range with 1 backhand turn previously, and then we saw some combos getting some pretty good scores. So it's kind of what you get with the wave, and I would just recommend finishing each wave and kicking out with confidence, showing the judges that you like it just as much as they should. 15 minutes to go.
And all these gals are pre-driving. They're all under 16 years of age. You've got the Puerto Rican Amari Moore in red. She's all of 14. Happy Sager from San Clemente, all of 15. And Summer Bastiga, under 16 as well, part of the U.S. Surfing Girls developmental team. So nice to have the red, white, and blue represented on their singlets, as the legend Dave Stanfield called. That's what they call the jersey down there in Australia.
Singlets.
Singlets, yeah.
Still do.
Yeah. Still going strong, 21st century. This event started in Southern California, and it was just a thought back in 2007. And then it became a junior event, and then it morphed into an Oceanside event in 2011, and it's been going ever since.
Here we go. White, oncoming section, gets the crack, drifts the fins, but goes down. So that's Summer right there. She's got the 1.5. Going to be a similar score here. So early days, 14 minutes to go. Sheet glass conditions, though. I don't really check the wind forecast for the day, but I have a feeling it's going to stay pretty much like this. The lower tide, we may see some more outside waves breaking, as this morning when I came up, and at home, look at the replay, you saw she just drift her fins. Came a little unstuck, and that was going to do it. But when I came up at first light this morning, I was here at first light. It was beautiful, a beautiful sunrise. I recommend you do that tomorrow morning. And there were waves breaking all the way out the back. There was already surfers on it. I think we're going to see a little bit more of that this afternoon. We got that 11-second period hanging around in the water. We talked about it earlier. We'll talk about it again. Jacksonville is delivering. And the water temperature, I see some wetsuits, some not. Chris Falzone, how's the water out there, dude? Woo!
It's wet.
If water temperature is woo, then that means it's warm, for anybody wondering.
A little different than the Pacific right now. You guys get a 15. So Valzone's dad, yeah? Right there.
Yep. All the dads,
you
all
just
the
brought
mom, dads, and moms.
Yeah, OG sponsors, that's it. Okay, sunrise or sunset? That's the question of the day. Sunrise or sunset? What's your preference?
Sunrise.
Okay, I like it.
Because there's less people at sunrise.
There are, and it's an opportunity for a new day. That's a great Thanksgiving dinner conversation. That and what was to be your name if you were the opposite gender. Did you ever talk to your parents about that? Something to consider. Great conversation for dinner. Yeah. It could start a family feud if you'd like.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, you could. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. It's coming up. This is the month and the season of giving thanks. What are you thankful for? We're thankful for waves today, that's for certain. And this is the 5th edition of this event known as the Supergirl Pro, Jacksonville Beach, presented by Jersey Mike Sub. Now it's time for surfing. Happy Sager in the blue.
Look at this, blue. Oh, look, little timing turn. 1-2 punch for Happy. Let's see if she comes out of it. Little shallow right there with backwash. We will have to see, but good first turn. She knew that she had it's just kind of doing some setup work there, but she clicked the tail out a little extra, put a little hot sauce on it because that's what she does. 11 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Stand by for that score. She's already sitting on the 3.75 as you see at home. That backwash is a little shallow on the inside. Hard to negotiate, but she did bend her knees. Looks like.
Yeah, we'll see that coming. 3.15, Happy 3.15 puts you to the top of the charts right there with your 3.75. Amari Moore, you with priority, you need a 4.0. You're in second. Summer Vestiga and White, you need a 3.65. And here goes the likes of Amari Moore again. Whippersnapper twice. Give me another one. And one more to wrap it up. A nice effort there by Amari Moore.
Yeah, a little three-piece combo right there for Amari. Let's see where the judges go at that. So we saw, some big first turns. That was kind of really one of the first waves we saw that it was a smaller wave, but she was just chipping away at it. Down the line surfing. She surfs a right-hand point break all the time at home. And so you could tell that she is very seasoned in these right-hand point breaks, and that's going to earn her a 4.10. That wave was just, 3 opportunities, and that's her experience surfing rights at home. She was just nice down-the-line surfing.
Nailed it. So that puts Happy into second place, and Summer with priority in White is in third. Happy Sager, so 32 miles, Molokai to Hawaii, youngest female to finish last year.
Wow.
That is a paddle situation. She's done the long distance paddling from Catalina crossing 2 times, and not afraid to get out there and do some distance paddling. And that's Happy Sager, hailing from San Clemente, part of the varsity national championship team at Salt Creek earlier this year. And let's have a look right now at Amari Moore picking off another one. Wabap! Nice. One hit and done.
That's it.
Deliver it.
Looking to replace that 2.9. Not sure that's going to do it, E. I'm no judge. That's why I'm sitting over here calling heats, but kind of have a good idea what I'm doing a little bit.
Yeah. His name is Phil Jackson. He goes up and down the seaboard, living you're near Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, which puts you in a good spot to get up to North Carolina and Virginia and then down all the way to Florida. So on the average, how many events do you do? Give us an average of how many events for surfing for this community do you do a year?
I'll finish this year with the 33 mark this year, and then 26. I have 32 on the schedule. One more probably coming down the pipeline, and I'm maxed out.
Yes.
But I am in a good spot. Last of Red, 3.25. So Red's in first with a 4.1 and a 3.25. Blue's in second with a 3.75 and a 3.15. Looking for a 3.61 Blue to take the lead. White's in third. White has a 1.5 and a 1.5, so as Travis AJ would say, pocket 1.5s. Looking for a 5.40. First party Blue, second Red, third White, 8 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Yeah, so I'm located kind of central. I'm 6 hours from Nags Head, North Carolina, and I'm 6 hours spot.
That does. That works. A lot of driving, not a lot of flying, right?
No.
A lot of miles.
40,000 miles a year. I just bought a new trailer.
Oh, good. Is that where you put the kids and the wife in?
Yeah,
or they put you in there?
I put all the equipment in the truck.
The key to a happy marriage. Look at that. Precious.
My wife is a great co-pilot. For instance, last night, she got comfortable. I was driving, and she just went to sleep.
Your wife is a great human. Your wife is a great human. She exercises an immense amount of patience.
Yes.
That's so good. So good. Nice to have each and every one of you here. Thanks to Jersey Mike's, Florida Blue, Natural Life, and Kroger Delivery. I understand when you show up, you've got Kroger Delivery ready to be giving the goods to you wherever you are. Is that true?
Right on the app. On the way in, I order it. It shows up at the hotel or the Airbnb. Chocolate chip cookies. 2 bananas.
That's living. That is living. Thanks to all the cameramen today keeping it in focus.
Oh, wow,
yeah, the people that helped run the cable to the cameraman and the ASA Entertainment staff that helped build the scaffold. If you are interested in the event world, find someone with a staff shirt on. See if you can volunteer one year for an ASA event. They're located right here in northern Florida, and they've got all sorts of phenomenal events. Next year, we're expanding to 3 events, as I'm told. We're not giving the information, dates, or location as of yet, but ever-growing world of surf, because this event has launched many a career. And I'll say Alyssa Spencer, who has made the championship tour before, in the Challenger Series as well, and won this Cape twice on 2 different coasts. She started her competitive career at a Supergirl in Oceanside. And you never know who's going to be the next to follow suit, Phil.
Bi-coastal champion.
Yeah. Just a couple of them.
I know I've been wanting to make the Oceanside event, but it interferes with another large-scale event that I do, but one year I'm going to make it.
We were throwing shout-outs to you while you were calling the Easterns. We were at the Oceanside, and I knew you were busy talking, so great stuff. We want to thank Blake and Linda right there. Blake and Linda took me out on their boat yesterday, and it was a 3-hour tour. We almost lost the steering, but Blake, due to his tremendous mechanical skills, figured it out.
Oh, so Blake got you back.
It was Blake's son-in-law really figured it out, I think.
We'll say Blake did it. It sounds better. Blake's the legend there.
That's the truth. Yeah.
All right, with 5 minutes, 35 seconds to go, back to some surfing here again. Red, we're going to give you the breakdown one more time because you know why? We can.
Yes, sir.
Red out front there with a 4.1 and a 3.25. Blue is in second with a 3.75 and a 3.15. Looking for a 3.61 to take the lead, which that's where you want to be. And then White, you are in that third position with pocket 1.50s, needing a 5.4 Summer. You're 5 minutes, 10 seconds to go. First priority Blue, second Red, third is with White. And shout out to all of our staff, as you were saying earlier, from the guy who puts on the zip ties to the guy that puts us out to the web and everybody in between. Oh, my, look at this, Uncle E. Emerson Clark's.
Oh, what?
Honey.
Yes, sir. Uh-huh.
Just Emmy Lee's honeybees.
Open up, just pour it in.
Emmy Lee's honeybees, dude.
Oh, honey.
Thanks, legend.
The bee's knees.
The bee's knees.
That's where they put the pollen to take it back to the nest. Okay, eyeballs to the water. Surfers paddling towards a little something we call a peak, a horizon of optimism, a little flowation sensation. Here she goes. She's in the white. She's utilizing non-priority. She gets there. Her name is Summer Bastiga. And she's hopping for all it's worth, and she gets a little something. Put your hands together, folks, for Summer.
There she goes. She's looking to replace that 1.50.
Either one of them.
well on her way.
That's good. We're taking pictures. We're taking photos. Okay, here's a peek back at Summer. You can see there's the hop. That helps generate board speed. I know it's been done all over the place, but Huntington, notorious for the Huntington hop, as the sandbar is in the middle, and then you try to get it reforming on the inside, and it's an art form to learn how
Definitely
to
is an
hop.
art form, and they're good at it out there. There it is, 3.75 for Summer. Now her new requirement is a 3.15, so she's just building the house, taking her time. First priority blue, second priority red, third priority is with white. So now that has changed, we're going to give the rundown one more time. Red's in the driver's seat, 4-1 and a 3.25. Blue's in second with a 3.75 and a 3.15, looking for a 3.61 to take the lead. And white, Summer, you are nipping at the heels with a 3.75 and a 1.5 as a backup, only looking for a 3.15. First priority blue, second red, third white. With 3 minutes on the clock, it is anybody's game right now here in Jacksonville. Round of 64, heat 7. One more heat to finish up this round, then we're going to go right into the round of 48. So we've got 8 heats already under our belt almost. 7. One more to go. We'll make 8. There's my math skills again, E.
Yes, he got a 2.0 twice, which made him a 4.0 student. Next heat 8, is going to be Skylar the Slayer Stanmitz, Reese Lennox, Georgia Downtown Brown, and Leah Don't Call Me Tina Turner. Those are the 4 that are coming up next. As we prepare ourselves for the final 2 minutes of this heat, thanks for tuning in. If you're watching on the web, if you're here, you can tell people. If you're here live, tell people that you can see it at supergirlpro.com or the WSL site. Blue's going to take her priority and run towards the pier with a nice face to work with, up and completes it. Nice one-hit maneuver. And she is looking to improve upon a 3.15, needing a 3.61 to take the lead away from Amari. Priority red-white. 145. Red taking it, little something to operate with, and not going to help the cause too much.
Yeah, now white goes to first priority. Now it's a paddle. Let's see. Blue looks like it's going to get the second priority position. 1 minute, 30 seconds to go. So white not in a bad spot, looking for a 3.61 with priority and 1 minute, 20 seconds to go. We're going to focus our eyes in the water, ladies and gentlemen. This could be coming down to the last 1 minute and 15 seconds. We haven't seen very many buzzer beaters this morning, but let's see if this heat right here is wide open for anybody. And red's going to take a look, just trying to better her score, make it harder on white since white has priority. She just wants to stay busy under priority because white's just going to drop anchor and wait for that set. If it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. She's looking for a 3.61. Not a tall order here for white. Now she's going to take it. Here she goes.
Yep.
And this is the one. So white up and riding on her forehand. She goes down. So now that's going to put blue in first priority, red second priority. 35 seconds to go. White still has time to get out, though. This early beach break, we're breaking right close to the beach, so she can get out. But blue and red are both going to go into defensive mode here. 25 seconds to go.
Yeah, that's defense. Yeah, they're all bunched up right next to one another, and white's going to say, I got it, but red says, I'm taking my priority and blocking you.
Yeah,
now we're down
to
change.
White goes to second priority, 10 seconds to go. Now white's going to turn and burn here. She's up and riding on her forehand, gets one check turn. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And blue will count, but blue has the lead. That was happy, and so Summer, we'll wait for a score to come in. Summer in the white, getting down to the buzzer, with needing a 3.61.
Next heat, stand by. We got a couple scores coming in. So everybody home, we'll be right back with the final results. And everybody on the beach, stand by for these scores. We have a nail biter here.
Spending time with the ones you love is priceless. That's why we make grocery shopping effortless. With Kroger Delivery, fresh, quality groceries are just a few taps away. Order on the app and get $25 off your first 2 orders. We will keep your groceries fresh in our refrigerated trucks and deliver to your door so you can keep doing whatever you love. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Green goes down. Blue is still on her feet. 2 turns. Let's see if she can get a third one. This one's lining up on the inside. Oh, maybe a fourth. So Reese Lennox getting it started now. You see Georgia Brown here. Quick in and out. Stand by for those scores. Quick start.
Wow, a lot of action in the first heat. Welcome back, webcast viewers. Monster Ultra Unleash the Beast. Thanks for the support and love through the years and all things action sports. Fuel your fire, Monster, and Body Glove. Oh my goodness, they've been around for a long time. Thank you, Body Glove, for your support and love. The original wetsuit company since 1953. Love it. Thank you. Okay, we are back live. Webcast viewers and people on the beach, and there was a flurry of activity right away, and scores dropping in here. Let's go. Reese Lennox with a 4.0, Georgia Brown with a 1, and Lee Turner, late addition to the game with a 1.5. So lots of time on the clock. Lots of changing will happen. This is our 8th heat of 8 so far in a round of 64, whittling it down to the round of 48, which will start next. I'm Uncle Lee alongside the golden voice of surfing, especially on the eastern seaboard, Bill Jackson. Lindsay Jacob Bellis is joining us as well. She's having some food to fuel her fire. We'll hear from her next. Phil, tell us the story.
I was just going to say, it's unbelievable that we get to do this for a living.
It is.
Isn't it crazy? They actually pay us to do this?
It's a tough job.
Don't tell nobody, but I'd probably pay to do it. Just don't let that secret out.
Yeah, I've done 4 Olympics, and people say, well, does it pay good? I said, I would do it if I had to pay. The opportunity for an Olympic experience is none better. But
wow, how's this thing for white Georgia Brown? Taking a look, a lowers-esque peak. Oh, she's going to get on the rail, drifts the fins, push the tail just a little bit too hard.
She was looking for greatness down the line, and off goes the footsies.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's one speed for Georgia Brown, and it's all the way. She comes from a surfing family. Parents Chris and Jenny, same way. They just get fired up, and Georgia Brown right here is she's on a hot streak. She has a lot of heats under her belt. She's a very seasoned surfer, as well as Reese Lennox with the 4.0. We saw Reese, her opener, a 4.0. Skylar Steinmetz waiting to get started, and then Leah Thompson. So we have a ton
of talent.
We have a ton of talent out here in the water. So the shakedown, Reese Lennox out front with a 4-point ride. Georgia Brown with a 1.4 and a 1, looking for a 2.61. Leah Turner just a 1.5 in her opener and still waiting on opener of red. Skylar Steinmetz, 6 minutes, 45 seconds to go. First priority red, second priority green, third priority blue, fourth priority is with white.
Well, it's a battle of the eastern seaboard. Wilmington, North Carolina's Skylar Steinmetz at 16 years young up against Reese Lennox in the blue, Satellite Beach. Georgia Brown, as you mentioned, she's Folly Beach, South Carolina. Look at the blue. There we go. Nice job, Reese. Boom. I'm just coming unstuck at the tail end. You want to see that ride out. The fluidity of the ride is part of the flow that the judges like to see. Completion of ride. And then Leah Turner, late addition to the game. I don't know much of her. I believe she's from these parts. Typically when you have someone who's in a late game, they're local. So Leah Turner, nice to have you here in the green jersey.
It says Hawaii next to her name on the screen.
I don't know if we
Let's look.
Have a peek.
I'm going to look.
Take a peek.
It's crazy with the interwebs. You can just look.
Yeah, look that up on your phone.
I've called her name before in heats.
All right, blue on the inside. Negative. Sea Glass Wines, refreshing wines that bring the coast to you wherever you are. Perfect pairing for wave, sunshine, and a good company to boot. Thank you, Sea Glass Wines. Vive Organic, perfect for every immune-boosting occasion. Vive Organic shots are the fresh way to feel good every day. I've had a few. They are good. Get some.
I've got the info.
What do you got? Leah Turner.
14,
40.
North Shore of Kauai. Born in Florida and moved to Kauai when she was 2 years old. She loves surfing and the ocean.
So maybe she's visiting home. I like it. Red, there you go. Skylar Rose Steinmetz. Working it for all it's worth. Put your hands together, crowd, to make sure you're alive and well this fine Saturday.
And Leah, 2023 and 2025 Hawaii State Champ.
Ah, nice, Leah. Yeah, we're missing quite a few, almost all the Hawaiians. I was going through my bios, and they're not present. They could have shown up, but it didn't matter for the points for them. Look at this split right here. Blue, you go south. Blue go north.
Wrong coast.
Wrong coast.
Sorry, wrong
exactly.
coast.
All turned around. The sun's coming up here. What's going on here?
We'll get you acclimated.
Right before Sunday.
Yeah, I do the same thing. Don't worry. 14 minutes, 10 seconds to go. What up, Groms? All the Groms on the beach?
I prefer the sunrise as well. It affords a nice opportunity for the day. It's easier to watch at the tail end of the day. Boy, the Oceanside event around 2:30. Man, you are squinting. It's hard to see the screen.
Yeah, I'd rather have my Ozballs burning first thing in the morning than later in the day, for sure. The glare
True.
in the morning, fine, I can deal with it.
Yeah.
The glare in the afternoon, a little rough. All right, here's the shakedown. Blue, Reese Lennox, you are out front with a 4 and a 3. That equals 7-point heat total. There we go. I'm telling you,
Good
I'm on
work.
it. Red, Skylar Steinmetz, 3.40 for your opener, looking for a 3.61 to take the lead. Green, Leah Turner, a 1.5 and a 1.5. So pocket 1.5s, looking for a 1.91. And Georgia Brown, a 1.4 and a 1. 2.01's your requirement. Lee got a paddle here. Looks like it's going to be green on the forehand. Oh, oncoming section, zap. Lays it back, drops the wallet. And that's going to throw away one of those 1.5s. Which one? I don't know yet, but it's going to be one of them.
That's speaking loud truth.
13 to go. We are going right into the round of 48 next. 64 finishing up. Round of 48.
Skylar Steinmetz looking to add
that-
to it. Yum, yum.
Wow.
Yum,
All right, so
yum.
Skylar Steinmetz getting her feet in the wax there and just chipping away on the backhand. We're going to see 3.40 to start the day. Jason Moats in the house.
Moats.
Moats, how's the waves going to be all day? Good? It's going to be firing from the Loke Dog himself.
He's wearing a wrist guard because he's signed so many autographs this week. Unbelievable. Great to see Jay Moats. Helped so many people get to where they are.
There it is. Leah Turner drops a 4.40 on her last. Skylar Steinmetz, a 3.40. So Skylar stays in second. Leah stays in third. Skylar now needs a 3.61 to take the lead. Leah Turner needs a 2.40 to move into an advancing position. And Georgia Brown, with priority, has the 1.4 and a 1, looking for a 5.40. But she's going to build that house. First priority white, second blue, third green, fourth with red. 11 minutes, 45 seconds to go.
Have you spent time at the Mayo Clinic at all? It's not a place you want to have to go. No? Well, the Mayo Clinic is here to help with our athletes. If body parts are not feeling aligned, go on over that way. This is for our athletes, and you can get some manipulation and some suggestions.
The zone is killer, too. I went took a peek. Do I count as an athlete? I might go.
You're an athlete, yeah. I've seen pictures. Yeah. I've got your surf card. It's like a baseball card, but better. Just a little bit better. That's it. By the way, the guy in the boat out there, his steering doesn't work either. He's looking for some support. He's hopefully catching some fish out there and enjoying the surf event. For you newcomers, welcome. If you folks are tuning in online, we are on heat number 8 of our round of 64. This is Skylar Steinmetz. She's in the red. Blue, Reese Lennox is presently in the lead. She's in the blue. Georgia Brown in the white. Leah Turner, the Floridian born and living in Kauai. She's in green. The top 2 will move on to our next round, our 5th edition of this Jacksonville event. Took some time for the organizers to dial in the right recipe, but 5 years ago it started, and it's going to continue on and on and on. Every year we've been here, there's been a new winner. Last year's defending champ, Kara Pinkerton, is here to defend her title. She earned a perfect 10 on the best conditions that we've seen in our 4 years to date.
I was losing my mind on that wave. I went back and I got a little excited. I watched the replay.
There was excitement, wasn't there?
I got a little excited on the mic. My mentor and coach Ryan Simmons was like, "Well, he was extra hype. He was extra hype on that one, but rightfully so. A 10-point ride. That's our job, right? Let's get on.
It's a
9
rarity.
minutes, 55 seconds to go. So here we are at the halfway point. First priority is with white, being patient. Second priority blue. Third priority green. Fourth priority is with red. And now we go into the round of 48, Uncle E. After that, we start our post-heat interviews.
That's it. Sophie Falzone is going to go up against Coral Schuster and Maddie Stanton.
And we saw Story Martinez get the jump up to round 2 from the withdrawals this morning. She was next in line, so we will see her. Skylar Steinmetz on her forehand, just using her rail, no downtime, pushes the tail out a little bit on that second turn. So Skylar Steinmetz staying consistent, pocket 3.4s.
Paddle, paddle, paddle. White, a little bit of wind starting to pick up a bit. Here's Skylar.
Yeah, quick turnaround there for her. Her last or previous was a 3.7. We'll see where that one comes in. But look at this for blue and green. Blue on the back end goes down. Green, big flyaway floater. Both of those surfers get taxed.
They did. Smack down.
Now Georgia Brown going to go on her backhand. Frothy one, but she goes into the lip. Comes down with it and then a floater, but she's going to get credit for that first. Has the one and the 1.40, so she's going to throw away one of those.
Good action, good action. Yeah, a little bit of wind. Starting to rise. His head 4 to 5 knots is the high wind today, peaking around the noon o'clock hour, so keep an eye on that. Yeah, we'll do heat interviews when we get to the round of 48. Excited about that. So in the winner of the next heat, not this one, we'll get down there and do a little, how was it? What was it like? How good are you? Who do you want to thank?
I missed the question.
I wasn't talking to you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good
Is this thing on?
I was communicating with my colleague and gold medalist, Lindsay Jacob Ellis. Excuse me, sir.
You are not on mute.
Excuse me, sir. 7 minutes, 20 seconds to go. I tell you, I can multitask, but I can't multitask, if that makes any sense. Like, I can't listen to music and work on spreadsheets.
Can you tie your Velcro shoes and drink orange juice at the same time?
I can do that, but
Okay.
if I'm like on a major spreadsheet where I have to focus, I can't like have music on or anything. It's weird.
Oh, spreadsheets are an animal.
But I can do 45 different things at once in a contest. I don't know.
Yeah, well, because you've done it. You've got experience and time.
6 minutes, 50 seconds to go.
Go, go, go.
Green with priority. How's this peak? White on the corner bowl. All right, there goes green into the lip. White with the backhand rounder. And then green second turn. All right, so stand by, waiting for those two scores to come in. Georgia Brown's previous was a 2.60 with 6 minutes, 30 seconds to go. Both green and white have a score coming in. Take a break. 6 minutes, 15 to go. First priority blue, second priority red, third priority white, fourth priority is with green. Stand by, scores are coming in. And green again on the backhand, staying super busy. She's going to go down though, so that one's going to be a non-factoring wave. Looks like she's definitely going to throw away the 1.5 for her last. And now here we go, red. Skylar Steinmetz, your current heat leader, into the lip, but she goes down as well. All right, 5 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Georgia Brown, your last was a 3-point ride. And still waiting on last of green. Then we'll give you the full rundown because this one's going to matter because she's going to throw away the 1.5. She's probably going to go to first. There it is, 4.9 last of green. So green goes to first, needing has a 4.9 and a 4.40. Red down to second now with a 3-7 and a 3-4, looking for a 5-6. Blue in third, a 4 and a 3, looking for a 3.10. Now here we go, white, Georgia Brown takes her time, does the cutback, drifts the tail straight into a kick out. So Georgia Brown, as you stall, she putting a little hot sauce on that cutback there. She's looking to replace a 2.60. Let's see what the judges say. See if it will improve her situation. Right now, she's sitting in the 4th spot. 5 minutes to go. And here you see the replay. Everybody at home, you see how she just drifts the tail. Puts a little emphasis on that roundhouse cutback. And now here we go, red, Skylar Steinmetz into the lip. She's currently sitting in second. Last of Georgia Brown comes in a 3-point ride. So Georgia, you're looking for a 4.10. Anybody's game. This one is going to be another super close heat. 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Blue has priority, green second priority, white third priority. Here we go, green staying super busy. She's got the 4-4 and the 4-9. Not sure that's going to go in her score line there. 4 minutes to go. Red drops into third priority. And on the replay, here we go, we got green. As you see, she just drifts the tail on the top. One turn, 3.55, doesn't go in her score line. I got you. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go. All right, here we go. White on the backhand. Oh, she has an oncoming section too. Let's see. Boom. So White goes on her backhand. She's got pocket threes. And then now Blue. Roundhouse cut back on her forehand. That's Reese Lennox currently sitting in the third position as of now. We'll wait for last of White to come in. 3 minutes to go. First priority red, second priority green. Looks like White's going to drop in that third priority position. And last of Georgia Brown, there it is, 4.30, goes to second, turns the heat. Red down to third now, needing a 3.61. Blue to fourth, needing a 3.31. First priority red, second priority green, third priority white, fourth priority is with blue, 2.5. So another one that's going to come down to the wire here in beautiful Jacksonville Beach, Florida. Let's see what happens. The sets are still pouring in. We see the short period mixed in with that long period, making for some killer surf here. It's small, but it's super peaky. Making the opportunities there. There goes Skylar Steinmetz, 1-2 combo. Let's see if she rides out. She does. Looks to the beach, says, hey, I completed that. And now here we go, white and blue, but white has an oncoming section as well, and she wants to stick with it. So there it is, white and red with 1 minute 50 seconds to go. Now it's a battle for priority.
I had to step away, but I was listening to you. It sounded exciting. It was some good
super
stuff.
Exciting. Here we go. Steinmetz has a score coming in. Brown has a score coming in. They're second and third. Steinmetz doesn't need a huge score. Brown could better. We're going to see what happens with 1 minute 30 seconds to go. Only time will tell.
Time is not on my side. Time. Nice little breeze going on. Little cloud cover sitting there.
All right, so here we go. 3.85 for Skylar. Goes to second. Still waiting on Browns to come in, and they're watching the replay. So as of now, Steinmetz goes to second, needing a 5.45 to take the lead. Still waiting on Lasta Brown. She's currently in third, but she has another score dropping. She's looking to replace that 3. We'll see 50 seconds to go, and now look at this. Blue and white. Blue on her forehand gets the click, and then white as well. So both surfers going to kick out, and right behind them, another set with 40 seconds to go.
Look at that.
And red. Wow, the judges have their work cut out for them here. And then previous to Georgia Brown was a 3.50, enough to take her back to second. Red needs a score now, 3.96. We'll see where her last one comes in. So we got scores dropping for white, red, and blue. 20 seconds to go. First priority is with white at home. You can check out the replays right here for red. See that pocket turn. Let's see where that comes in. The judges are going to be taking a look at the replay. So next heat, stay wide. 10 seconds to go. We will be on a brief hold to get these scores in, and we're going to count it down here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, and Brown finishing.
Oh, yeah.
That patented Georgia Brown tail slide turn, putting that tail towards the beach. So putting a little butter on that biscuit right there.
Yum, yum. That's
All
it.
right.
All sorts of work to be cut out. Stand by. Scores yet to drop. Hold tight next heat. Hold tight.
Yeah, we got some scores dropping in here. So scores for everybody's coming in. It's going to be a shakedown. What's happening now up here in the world of surf contests is the judges are going to watch replays for each one of them.
Yeah,
They're gonna start
Steinmetz
dropping their
is
scores
so
in.
Skylar in red needing a 3.96. The critical zone is Skylar in red. And
Yeah, because blue score looks, it's already starting to come in. It's going to be a throwaway. Brown score is coming in. Turner score is coming in. But Skylar Steinmetz's score is the big one here. That's the one that's going to matter. And there it is, a 3.10. Not enough. Still waiting on last of white. Still waiting on last of green. Still waiting on last of blue just to make it official.
Yeah, so
I don't like to call anything that's not official. Once these blue numbers and turn to black numbers on my screen right here, then I know it's official.
You happy guy?
I happy guy.
Happy
So,
guy.
but it looks like it's going to be Leah Turner, Georgia Brown. But again,
Yeah, that's the excitement of surfing down to the wire right there. You hold on tight as long as you can. And
there it is, Leah Turner, Georgia Brown. Moving on to the next round. Congratulations, another buzzer beater. Round of 64, Heat 8 wrapped up here. Everybody at home, we'll be right back after this commercial break. Next heat in the water, round of 48. Heat 1, standby. Here we go. We're going to...
When life happens, you might need extra storage space. Atlantic Self Storage has the space you need. We have air-conditioned indoor units, outdoor drive-up units, and boat and RV storage with 24-hour access at most locations. We also have moving and packing supplies to keep you moving. Our newest location offers gated drive-in service, so you can stay out of the weather while you load and unload. Life happens, and with 58 Northeast Florida locations, we have space. Atlantic Self Storage.
For a place, a people, an idea, for right and freedom, for liberty and justice for all. For every square inch between fruited plains and spacious skies. Marines fight to win. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
now, there you have it, folks. Since 1956, Jersey Mike's Sub. This is the Supergirl Surf Festival presented by Jersey Mike's. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the support. Thanks for filling our bellies. And as well, we want to thank Salt Life. That's right, Food Shack, where you can eat, drink, and be Salt Lifey at the Shack. Thank you, saltlifeshack.com. Check them out. All right, food's making us go. Waves are present, and the surfers are out in the water. This is Maddie Stanton. Correction. We are looking at Sophie Falzone in the white, Coral Schuster in the blue, Story Martinez, and Kenzie Tilley is in the green. Story making it in. And here's a look back for you folks at home in the white. Starts things off. That score for Sophie was a 4.0. And then Coral Schuster, your first wave, a 3.5. Our heat's 20 minutes in length, and there's a shot of her charging towards the pier, and that earned her a 3.5. That's Coral Schuster at Cocoa Beach, Florida. Yeah, Story Martinez was slated for another heat earlier today, but with a shuffling of the deck, she was put into the round of 48. And here's the green, live action for you folks at the beach and here on the web. Getting things done. So 20-minute heats, top 2 move on. Story Martinez, the highest seed out of Virginia Beach. Good to have Dad Ashley always in the mix. Great family of surf, and boy, Story's storied career for such a youngster at all of 13 years of age. So many titles on the East Coast at such a young age. Coral Schuster, no slouch herself here from Cocoa Beach, Florida. Kenzie Tilley around these parts as well, and Sophie Falzone, the senior at 26 years of age, out in the mix, been at the Jacksonville surf event here. I was a Supergirl pro for quite some time. The white of Sophie right there, just making it to shore. And we are going to give you some scores here. Story Martinez, I think you will be pleased with what we're seeing come across the scoreline momentarily. So when they come across, we'll let you know. Stand by.
Sub E.
Hey, Phil, welcome back. Here's a final or last wave of Kenzie Tilley, which earned a 2.25. And the blue, man, looking all over the place. What do you see there, Phil?
Live action from blue. Forehand turn was good. We've got 3 Floridians, 1 Virginian in this draw here. So all East Coast affair. These girls are already dropping hammers.
Ooh, look at
Green on her backhand and Red. Let's see what Green does here before we give Red her score. So that's going to be it for Green. Go ahead, E. Tell her the good news.
Story Martinez, you started off with a humdinger, 7.75 right out of the gates. That's our highest score of the day thus far. Nice job, Story. And here's a look back for you folks at home in the blue. Nice opening slash there by Coral Schuster. She's come to play.
Yeah, Coral, a seasoned vet in these parts here. She's surfed this event many times, maybe all 5, I think. I don't know if she took 1 year off or not, but she's been here a lot. 15 minutes to go. Story Martinez in the top spot with a 7.75 and a .50. Coral Schuster in that second position with a 3.9 and a 3.50. Here we go. Kenzie Tilley up and riding on her backhand, and she's going to get the finish there, so stand by.
Two full days of activity. It was 3 last year and the previous 3 before that, but we chopped it down to around a 64. Now we're at 48. Red taking a gander. Here's Story Martinez, current heat leader. Oh, she means business. Oh, getting that board up and around fast, and that is the speed you're looking for. Tremendous power in those turns and flowed real properly.
Yeah, Story Martinez showing she belongs here. And young competitor from Virginia Beach, Virginia, sitting on the 7.5. Here goes. Look at this first turn on the replay. Second one, money too. And meanwhile, out the back, we had white live action. Sophie Falzone from right down the street here in Jacksonville Beach. So Story Martinez, your last 7-point ride. So a 7.75 and a 7-point ride. That puts a 14.75 heat total and the highest heat total of the day so far.
And I believe at Outer Banks, where you were this year in the QS, she took 5th place. And Story, I have a note here from the 59th edition of the East Coast Surfing Championships. 8 medals at that event. I was present for that one, and she was littered with medals, weighing her down as Dad was taking pictures with the media. So Story destined for success and greatness at the ripe age of 13, leading the charge right now with a 7.75 and a 7.0, commanding and demanding that lead. Coral Schuster, blue has priority, followed by green and red, then white. For you folks just showing up, we have 3 members of the broadcast team. We'll start doing interviews for the heat winners after that. Green says, I need to step out of the way because blue had priority, and blue gets a nice maneuver. It's Coral Schuster. She steps off. But 3 members of the broadcast team, that's Phil Jackson, a booming voice you hear. And we got Lindsay Jacobellis, 2-time Olympic gold medalist, joining us right now as we peek our eyes on Story Martinez, looking around. The new mother. The gold medals are precious, but even more precious than that. Baby Ayla at just around 4 months. How's motherhood, Lindsay?
You know, it's had had its moments, but overall it has been quite rewarding and pretty exciting. It's a new chapter. It's a new competitive mindset, I would have to say. Just shaking things up, and I'm really enjoying the new challenge and the growth, and the milestones are happening every day. It's a pretty exciting time right now.
Nice. Well put. To all the moms out there, happy everything. Thanks for being moms. And I know it has to be rewarding carrying a child and delivering a child and then carrying the child outside of your belly. All sorts of new nuances, and a lot of these girls in the water obviously carried by mom and supported by dad, the OG sponsors, and we're looking at information needed out there. With 11:38 left, here's the situation. Story Martinez, surfer in red, you have priority. You're in the lead with a 7, 7.5, and a 7. Coral Schuster, you're in second in blue. You have a 3.9 and a 3.5. Surfer in white, Sophie Falzone, you have a 4 and a 3.15, needing a 3.4. Again, needing a 3.4. Surfer in green, Kenzie Tilley, you have a 2.25 and a 2.15, needing a 5.15. There's your update with 11:15 left. What do you see in the red?
Red is up and strong front side hits, getting those combinations. Story's trying to improve on a 7. I mean, she has 2 solid rides under herself, so she's just trying to chip away and keep increasing her lead. But you see the aggression, you see the power. Let's look at her replay. Quick to her feet, right into that bottom turn, spotting that lip, kicking those fins out. Beautiful combo, not wasting any time in between maneuvers. One continuous movement, showing control and showing the flow in that maneuver.
Yeah.
Beautifully executed. Waiting on scores for red. 10 minutes, 30 seconds left in this heat. We are in the round of 48. This is heat 1. Priority is white, blue, green, red.
Yeah, well, Story, I want to say at 9 years of age, one of the youngest to qualify for a WSL event, which was the East Coast Surfing Championship. Here goes the blue, Coral Schuster.
Yep.
Yep.
Beautiful front side hit, getting that combo all the way to the inside. We're not always seeing the rides come all the way to the sand because they don't necessarily line up. So to be able to find one and ride it to the inside and complete and ride away strong, very well executed. So she's looking to improve her 3.5. Let's take a look at that replay. Great body position, nice continuous flow, getting that floater front side on the inside, riding away in control, completing that maneuver. So waiting, last ride of blue, a 4.50, so improving her score.
Story, another 7.75, so matching score, 7.75 twice, ditches that 7, so commanding that lead again. 2 7.75s, the highest scores of the day, finding good consistency. Let's look at the wide again of Sophie Falzone. Replay for you folks at home.
Great, nice inside, able to hold it, and you know, being able to completely lay back and have that energy of the wave still push you and keep you on the board is not easy when there's not a lot of volume in these waves.
Yeah.
So to have that control and get her board back under her feet was very impressive. Live action for Red Story, staying active on the inside. You know, she's not in a situation for priority, so she's kind of scrapping, staying active on the inside. She has, you know, 2 solid rides under her. We got 8 minutes, 35 seconds left on the clock. Priority is with green.
Yeah, when Story was of age to enter this event, she did back in 2022. Got her in there in the last couple years. She's been in the mix as well. Her SQS is 5th place at OBX this year, and boy, she is a strong young ripper. Nice to have you here, Story. And then we'll look at the blue, a little story time. Coral Schuster at 23 years of age, just had her birthday earlier this week on the 3rd. Happy birthday. And she has competed since 2017 in this series. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. This is her 9th affair, of the Supergirl Pro Best in Jacksonville, a 17th. So nice to have you, smooth veteran Coral Schuster. Winner, Kenzie Tilley of the Aqua East Grom Fest back here at Jackson Beach, October 18th it was. And another veteran, Sophie Falzone, in her 5th appearance out here for Supergirl Pro. Nice work. Our sponsors make this come together while we have a lull. Thank you, all of you all. Spring Suites, the Spring Hill Suites by Marriott. That's where our heads are on our beds, and boy, is it comfortable.
Yes, and Atlantic self-storage. Life happens. We have space.
You want an update, Surfer and White? You got it. You need a 4.41. Sophie Falzone, you need a 4.41. 7 seconds left. Sophie, you're in third, needing a 4.41, looking to do away with a 3.15. Kenzie Tilley, Surfer in green with priority. You need a 6.10, looking to improve upon a 2.25. So a few people new to surf. Most everyone watching online is a seasoned veteran, but few people new to surf. 4 surfers in the water, top 2 advanced. The colors help us and the judges differentiate who's doing what. When they put their hands up and wave them, our job is to give them the information, like their scores, what they need to improve upon, where they are placed, and how much time is left. Our primary job is to the surfers, secondary to you and the viewers. So lots of information to disseminate. Need a water bottle that works? Owala, O-W-A-L-A, Owala, the water bottle that keeps things interesting. Also, hydration is key. Perfect hydration, sustainable alkaline water created to help you feel your best and hit your goals. Thank you. Perfect hydration. And how about Kroger Delivery? Saves time and money with groceries delivered to your door. Without these sponsors, we couldn't do this event. Visit Kroger.com to order today.
It is just after 11. That means the Festival Village is opening up. Right now, we got live action out in the water. White staying active on this inside, getting that great little finishing hit, showing composure and control and confidence. 5-minute mark. We will flip that dial. Green having a look, not able to get into that section. That wave was really just going to break completely on the sand. So these ladies are really, really accomplished with reading the waves. And they come here early and they try to figure out how the wave is going to be breaking over the last, couple of days with the tides. And then they're trying to figure out when their heats will be. Here's that replay of White, Sophia, getting a beautiful frontside hit. Really laying back and showing how much fun she's having with that finishing maneuver and staying under control. So she is, last ride of White, a 3.35. So no situation change. White, you need a 4.41 to advance. We are at the 4-minute mark. This is the round of 48.
And you ask who's next? Zoe Panettiere, Brindley Beckman, Kendall Dimick, Kaylee Hertz.
So we've reached our high tide. Things are starting to shift and actually start to slowly drain. So we will start seeing more beach. Therefore, maybe the waves will be shifting a little bit more south where that sandbar is. So maybe we'll see less of that darting back and forth. But White on this inside, able to get a nice little runner, see if she can build up some speed, get some nice little hits. She's looking to improve that 3.35. She needs a 4.41 to get into that advancing position. 2 minutes, 55 seconds left on this heat. Still waiting on score for White. Let's take a look at that replay. Staying nice and high. This is a smaller wave, but she's able to generate some pretty good speed for how small that ride was on the inside. So showing that skill set and showing that she's not going to give up and be still working and grinding in these last couple minutes of this heat. So last ride of White, a 3.70. Slowly chipping away at it, but still needing that 4.41 to get in that advancing position.
Priority is green, blue, red, white. Green, blue, red, white. Critical when we're getting near the 2-minute mark. Sophie, you need a 4.41. You are in third at Surfer in white, and Tilly, Surfer in green, you need a 6.1. 2 minutes on the clock. Full day of surfing. We're going to the 4 o'clock hour. Tomorrow we start at 8 a.m. and we'll wrap it up when we're done. All 4-person heats today, and then tomorrow it'll be Supergirl on Supergirl. 2-person heats until we get to the final.
Yeah, the head-to-head is really exciting because we just can see more action. There's more opportunity since there's 2 less surfers out in the water. So in the water right now, white and red, we're splitting that peak. We'll see, we'll get those replays because it's a little hard for viewers back home to be watching 2 people surfing at the same time in opposite directions. We'll see. White is still looking to improve that 3.70, and red's just trying to chip away. Green utilizing her priority, getting that nice backside turn, running down to this inside, getting that backside hit. She's looking to improve that 2.25. She needs a 6.10. Let's take a look at this replay. This was White. This is Sophia getting that nice front side hit all the way to the inside. And this is Story getting that nice vertical backside snap. That wave didn't offer too much opportunity for Story, so probably not really going to factor into her score line. We got 40 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, for Sophie Falzone, you needed that 4.41. That was a 2.25, so it did not affect what you needed to. So again, it is Story in the lead, Coral in second. Danger Zone is Sophie Falzone needing a 4.41, and a 5.8 is needed by Surfer in green, Kenzie Tilly. Down to 20 seconds. Next heat getting into position. Ten seconds.
Counting this heat down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Unofficially.
We'll see if that ride of green will count, but we are wrapping up that heat, and we're stand by for the ladies in the water. We'll be giving a countdown soon.
Yeah, that green needed a 5.8. It's not going to come in as high as needed. So again, unofficially, Story and Coral will move on to the round of 32, but here's a look back at it before we go to break for you folks at home.
All right, we're getting ready to count things down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And for you web viewers, we'll be back in just a minute with more action from the Atlantic Ocean. Hello, everybody in World Wide Web. Surfing continues here from Jacksonville Beach. Florida Blue, your health solutions partner. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the love. We all need health care, and Florida Blue provides, as well as Surfer the Bar. We were there last night. Every time we come here, we stop in there for some amazing food and crafted cocktails. Surfer Magazine, it's open Tuesday to Sunday, so Monday they take the day off to refuel. Thank you, Surfer the Bar. We enjoyed our opening shindig there last night, and welcome back, Lindsay Jacobellis, alongside myself, Mr. Christopher Ernst, coming from the Reno Tahoe area where winter is just about upon us, but right now in Florida, Jacksonville Beach, this is the place to be. 72 sunny, high clouds in the mix. Stay hydrated, keep the sunscreen on. Our 4 ladies, Supergirls in the water. Let's break it on down for you. Zoe Panettiere, the 14-year-old out of the San Diego area. She's in the red. Next to her is Brindley Beckman. Brindley's in the blue, coming from San Clemente, the goofy footer, all of 16 years young. And Callie Hertz, North Carolina queen. She is 21. She's in the mix. Nice to have her charging in the green. And Kendall Dimmick, Jacksonville local. Kendall, the 13-year-old, and she is rocking the white jersey or singlet. 20 minutes on the clock, Lindsay.
Yes, getting things started. White on the inside, a small wave, but staying active and wanting to get some numbers up on the board. First ride of red, a .50, and first ride of green, a .70. So we are seeing a little change with the texture. We have the little increase in that wind, but it also helps with that onshore with a little bit extra power and helps that wave break a little bit sooner than maybe just landing on that sandbar. So it could work for these surfers in their favor. The conditions are always changing, and we are seeing the tide slowly drop away.
What's neat about this is I keep these testing. I keep these cards, these information cards. David Stanfield,